Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day.
BoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the
body punches?
I was hitting him with body punches and I heard him, actually he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on?
BoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time? Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and they're taking those punches.
Zaur Productions.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, and I'm joined today along with guest co-hosts coming from Low Nose Boxing here on YouTube. Check them out, subscribe. It's our very own historian. We're going to be discussing Shakur Stevenson and his rumored opponents, Zaur Abdullaev and Artem Harutyunyan. You know, whoever, you know that guy that fought Frank Martin. This is the two options on the table. There is a third option, Murataya, who's fighting, I believe, March 29th or March 29th, is it? All right, so
that's a good option.
They're saying that he could be an option only if Shakur is willing to resign. This is Shakur's last fight on his top-ranked deal, so it's looking like he'll get one of these two men. Now, I would really like to see both of these guys say no, and then we end up on Andy Cruz, because Abdullaev is number 7 and Artem is number 8. Andy Cruz with Matchroom is number 9. So, you know, that could get interesting. And if it doesn't happen now, imagine, you know, let's say he does make the defense versus a guy like Artem or Abdullaev, means Cruz next in line. You know, pretty much.
Andy Cruz?
Andy
versus
Cruz.
Shakur?
Because Zepeda's not taking it. Murataya's not taking it. Keyshawn is not taking it. De Los Santos already fought him. Maxey just got beat. Baranchek's already fighting Navarrete. So next up is number 7, Abdullaev. And that's what I've been told. So when I seen that, you know, Devin said what he said and Shakur denied it, I'm like, okay, there must be something else. And sure enough, I was told if he doesn't want Abdullaev, he'll get Artem.
This guy Artem is 12-1. I'm looking at his box record.
Yeah, that's the dude Frank just beat.
Last fight.
That's the dude Frank just beat. You don't remember last year in the Cosmopolitan?
Frank Martin fought him. Yeah, man, I don't want to see that. Andy Cruz, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not saying Andy Cruz could beat Shakur, but I got a chance to actually watch Andy Cruz spar live. I went over to Bosey's Dungeon about a month and a half ago, and I watched him. That guy's amazing. His skill set is crazy. He's going to be like another Lomachenko. He's going to be a world champion within a matter of a few fights. But for him to fight Shakur Stevenson in his first title fight, I don't know if they're gonna move him in that direction. But I definitely think he could be a world champion now. He could beat Kambosos right now. But I don't think Andy Cruz versus Loma is gonna. I mean, Andy versus Shakur is gonna happen. No, I don't think so.
Did you watch Frank Martin and Arto Venetian fight?
Yeah, that's the fight where Frank Martin struggled a little bit. Yeah, he gave him a little.
I mean, he still got the knockdown in the. He got the knockdown in the what? 11th or the 12th?
I think he got knocked down the last round.
The 12th. I'm going to double
Yeah.
check. But that's why I put Pick Your Poison in my title. It's not
I don't
for
like neither of
us.
them.
It's not for us to pick the poison. It's for Shakur. But I need you to put yourself in Shakur's shoes right now. Not just you, but anyone that chooses to call in. If not, early night. But Arvanesian took a knee in round 12. So Shakur has that to compete with. If you fight Arvanesian, you gotta do better than Frank, the guy you was calling all types of bitches and hoes, and that you were supposed to fight. If you fight Zaur Abdullaev, you gotta do better than Devin, the guy you was calling all bitches and hoes, and Devin got the knockout. So what poison does Shakur pick? If you were Shakur, who do you choose?
If I'm Shakur, I would resign with Top Rank for sure. That's definitely because Top Rank does have some name fighters at 135. They have a couple of guys at 140. Maybe he can get a TO fight somewhere down the road at 140. Right now, the way the landscape is, PBC is not really an option like that. We really don't know what's going on with them, how many guys are going to stay over there. You got Matchroom, you got Golden Boy, but if I'm Shakur, I would stick around with Top Rank. That's what I would do, because he's gonna get the pick of the litter if he just decides to leave.
I'm with you. Like outside of, I don't think he gets $3 million guaranteed per fight anywhere else on paper. On paper. So Shakur haters that are gonna clip this and send it to him, I'm saying I don't think any other company is going to write down on paper that they paying Shakur $3 million per fight, regardless of opponent, because that's his minimum with Top Rank. That being said, if I'm Shakur, I do stay because, Kambosos and Loma are going to fight for the IBF. Maybe they don't fight you right away. Maybe Loma decides to fight Navarrete, then they make him fight you after Navarrete and Loma unify. But if you're on that side of the street, at least you got an opportunity to have 3 belts, WBC, IBF, and WBO. If you leave, how you don't have that opportunity because, they're not going to do you no favors. That's exactly why he ain't getting Loma. You got to re-sign.
He's not.
You got to re-sign
Exactly.
in order to get the golden goose. And again, where else is he going to go where he's going to be able to get a shot at the WBO and the IBF? Like, unless he's ready to move up, I don't think leaving Top Rank is the answer. They got 2 belts.
He should stay with Top Rank. You got the Loma Kambosos winning there. You got
Navarrete
I hate to say
Baranchek.
Navarrete. You got Navarrete. You said Baranchek, right? You
Well,
got,
the winner of that fight, definitely Navarrete Baranchek winner because they're gonna be fighting for the
Maratilia.
vacant.
How's my audio, by the way? Because when I'm talking,
you
I hear my
good.
voice going in and out. All right.
Nah, you good.
Maratilia. Maratilia is a good option for him, but like I said, he got to stay at Top Rank. If he leaves, where is he going to go? He's going to go to PBC. I hate to sound negative, man, but from the way things are looking, Tank Davis is not fighting any of those guys, his contemporaries, the Shakurs, the Devins, the Tios, the Lomas. He's not fighting those guys. In a perfect world, hopefully Tank is getting himself ready for a possible Shakur fight by fighting the slick left-hander and Frank Martin. Who knows? But Shakur should stay with Top Rank.
Speaking of getting ready, I know people are like, yo, but why y'all not talking about Zepeda? He's number 1. He just won. He don't got to fight. That's a bigger fight. Zepeda's not Zepeda's not taking that fight. I'm being told Zepeda's lining up with another southpaw. So this will be Zepeda's 3rd southpaw in a row. So they definitely grooming him for a big southpaw fight. I just don't think it's going to be with Shakur. I think it's going to be Tank or Loma because William Zepeda is highly ranked in the IBF, highly ranked in the WBO, highly ranked in the WBA. So he's got a shot at those guys.
Kambosos took that belt from Maxie Hughes, that belt that you always like, the IBO belt. So are they unifying both of those belts, the IBO and the WBO?
They are fighting for both on the line, but remember that IBO, it leveraged and eliminated an IBF. Winning that IBO from Maxie got him the eliminator. So, now he's going to be putting that IBO on the line versus Lomachenko.
How you see that fight going?
Nah, man. I mean, Kambosos needs another big win, or if not, he's a one-trick pony. You got to pick Loma. Loma is the A side. Loma, he's been on a high level for a while, and have the haters tell it, he won the Devin fight, right? So he should be coming off of that nice long layoff, ready to rock and roll and look like the Loma of old, I would hope.
Me as a Teo guy, I kind of hated on this fight. I wanted Teo to get that Kambosos rematch just to shut the critics up and just to get that get back, but Kambosos chose the Lomachenko route. Because Teo did say that he was trying to get that Kambosos rematch, but
I mean,
if, let's say Loma
Kambosos
beats
is
him,
also
stops
at
him,
35, though, David. Like, Teo's going to offer him a rematch at 40?
he's offering him an opportunity to be a 2-division world champion.
I mean, it's still an opportunity at a weight class above. Just because it's a belt on the line don't mean Kambosos feels ready to move up.
I mean, it's against somebody he beat.
David, I'm not at liberty to tell, but just know your boy's fighting in June and you ain't going to be happy with the opponent.
I know he's fighting in June. I seen Senior was on Punch Drunk channel last night. He was talking about it. And I don't know who he's gonna fight, but I do have me and Punch were talking about it. At this point, Teo's been taking on all type of different styles. I have a feeling that they're probably gonna match him with somebody not on the highest level, somebody that he could just knock out, get a highlight reel off of. But if you have an idea or insight who this person is, and you said I might be mad about it,
I don't think you'll be happy. I don't think anybody will be happy.
well, I'm not gonna shout out the Twitter troll that you and I be talking, with the guy that puts the fake post. But that same Twitter troll had posted Teo versus what's his name, the Puerto Rican kid. What's his name? The one that Keyshawn just beat, that Tank beat.
Nah, man.
I hope that's not true.
Teo, bro, you wish it was that dude.
No, I don't. It could be worse than that.
It's worse than that. You wish it was Pedraza. Pedraza's a 2-time champion. No, I'm not at liberty to say. So even if you guessed it, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
We talk about that in private. That's not keep my word. I won't say nothing.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked that. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see what happens, bro. I'm telling you.
I wanted Barboza
cutting
next,
the
man.
fat.
I really wanted Barboza.
Yeah, but now he left, He left, so that's really not going to happen. It's going to have to be a purse bid situation, and they got super champion status, so they got a good amount of time before Barboza can even enforce.
Oscar and Teo, Oscar and Bob are not really that bad. And Barboza, even though they say that he might be possibly stepping in, assuming Ryan doesn't make it, but it's looking like Ryan's going to get to the fight. So I know Ramirez is going to fight. Man, I was hoping it was Barboza, because that's a style that Teo could shine against too, because Barboza's straightforward, no special effects. That's the highlight reel waiting to happen. But if he's choosing us off touch, you can't knock him at the end of the day, because he's been taking on so many difficult styles, He's entitled to.
Bro. This gonna come left field for motherfuckers, I'll tell you that. But Hamed, what up?
Linga.
Nah, Dakota Linga's fighting Kurt Scooby on the on the OTX card. Poor Kurt Scooby been out 7 months, bro. They wild.
I saw him live against Hank Lundy, bro.
Yeah, he destroyed him and got
ranked.
That
was in Sony Hall.
He got ranked for that fight, and then nothing came from it. And my boy Tito Mercado beats him, and nothing happened there.
Kurt Scooby's manager, Daniel Gonzalez, that's my cousin's best friend, man. He grew up with him for years. And I didn't even realize that until like 2 years ago. He always been talking about Kurt Scooby all the time. We used to go to the fights, and he'd be telling me, Kurt Scooby's going to beat this one. I can't hear you, bro.
You don't hear me?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right now I just saw you. Like, your lips moving. I ain't hear you.
He said he could hear someone snoring. Can you hear me now, Ahmed?
Yeah, I hear. Yeah, you good.
Nah, is he's not connected. No, David. I'm trying to connect this Twitter space. Hold on, Ahmed. Let me get to someone else in the meantime. Jersey Bob, what up?
Hey, how's it going?
All good. What about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm homeschooled. I hope he stays with Top Rank. Um, Out of them two opponents, I can't even pick one. I ain't really enthusiastic about either one, so I mean, I couldn't even pick either one of them dudes. Neither one of them fights does that much for me, but I don't know. He got to pick one. Whoever comes forward more, whoever's more aggressive, that's what I would pick. But yeah, I'm not too enthused with either one of them two opponents, to be honest. But I'm assuming you saying that nobody's available for him to fight.
Not that they're not available. This the last fight on his deal, man.
So, I mean, if the last fight on the deal, I mean, Top Rank, they not gonna put him in tough.
Nah.
They're putting him soft to try and get him to come back. Is that what you think?
Oh no. They just not gonna spend the money on a big fight if you're gonna walk.
Oh, I got okay. All right, yeah. I mean, problem with boxing, man. You gotta get these guys in the ring. Got to get these guys in the ring with you know with these other good fighters, man, so the sport can move forward. But yeah, Zepeda. Zepeda. I like Zepeda, but he not gonna get in the ring with Shakur because he know them other guys are easier to beat. So I don't think he gonna get in the ring with him. Like you said, Loma's easy to beat, and Navarrete gonna be easy to beat. So he definitely gonna go that type of direction. So the core, if he does come back to Top Rank, he might have to move up. I mean, he might have to move up and fight Theo. There's the big fight right there. So that might be the direction he has to go. If he stays at 135, like he said, I don't think Loma fights him. Not ready to get in
Yo,
there,
champ, I
but
don't mean to talk on
I
your
think
score.
Loma
You said Loma's easy to beat?
easier to beat than Shakur Stevenson. So if I'm winning
No, oh,
Zepeda,
my bad. I
I
thought I heard something
Zepeda
different,
beat
bro. I thought you meant.
yeah.
Yeah,
Zepeda I
I'm
think beat
with
Loma
you.
about 8-4.
I'm with you. If I'm
Zepeda,
Zepeda, I'll take my chances with the older Loma.
yeah. So and I don't think Loma gets in with Shakur. Even if he wins, I don't think he gets in the ring with him. So Shakur kind of
I think
iced
Loma
out.
will fight him. I think Loma will fight him.
I mean, he already turned him down. I think Loma only fights Shakur after he gets the unification with Navarrete Baranchek winner.
Yeah, he wants it to be
And
bigger.
by
But
that
one thing
time,
about Loma, he showed he fights people. He fought Devin when Devin became undisputed. He fought
Yeah,
Tio
but
after he
that's
told Tio to
because
get a belt.
Devin. That's because Devin has something he wanted, a shot at
That's what I'm
undisputed.
saying. See, when Shakur first stepped to him, he didn't have no belts at that weight class. If Shakur gets some belts up there, I think Loma will fight him.
Let's hope, man. Let's hope. But again, that only happens
but yeah,
if Shakur stays with Top Rank.
now I didn't get a chance, but that Golden Boy card is an embarrassment, man. They putting them guys. Come on, man. I know you talked about it, man. That's ridiculous.
You talking about the
Fighting,
Virgil and the motherfucking Jose
yeah,
Ramirez
you
shit?
fight a dude, you bringing him up in weight, and he lost 3 fights in a row. Come on, man. That shouldn't even happen.
Nah,
That's
that
that's
shit
that's
despicable, man. They
embarrassing.
terrible. They
Yeah,
trying to
all right,
keep
man.
Virgil. They trying to keep Virgil undefeated as long as possible, man.
I mean, come on, you can have him fight somebody better than that. Come on,
Bruh,
man.
he moved up, and this is second welterweight. Like,
I don't know,
why
man.
even move up? Like, what the fuck?
That's bad, man. They're making these fighters look bad. You making your own fighter look bad. Oscar got to do better, man. He making this guy look bad. So he need to do better. I guess because his boy got the Canelo fight, he like I'll keep hiding him and then give him a big fight.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
allegedly they want to make the Masvidal fight with Matchroom, but I don't believe that the way they moving.
nah. He gonna keep hiding him and try to get him cash him out with a big fight. So I mean, Oscar got to do better. All that Oscar like I'm gonna change the promoting game. He ain't doing nothing different than any of them other guys. All that talk he used to say he was gonna change things. He just like everybody else.
Mm.
All the promoters are on the same boat.
Jersey Bob, that's
But
the
all right, man.
bell, man.
Yep.
Appreciate you. Hamed, come on back.
Yes. I could hear everyone now, man. Sorry about that. I don't know
Nah,
what
no
happened.
worries. That was on my end. Thank
I
you, though.
yeah. When you went on mute, I could only hear like something in the background. I was
Yeah, that
gonna
was my
say
dog
uh,
snoring.
that was a dog. I thought that was
Yeah,
you.
I got
I was
English
gonna say
bulldogs, man. I got English bulldogs from where you're at.
I thought it was Danny, man. I thought Danny dozed off because
Nah,
you're talking
Danny
about
don't.
Shakur Stevenson.
Danny's in the gym second shift, man. I'm out here.
No, I don't blame him. Like, watching Shakur is bad enough, but talking about him, I think is probably worse for some. But I was just going to touch on Shakur, and then I'll get to something else I was going to talk about. Regarding Shakur, I think he got to fight someone like Zepeda or the winner of Loma and Cambosos. I don't think that fight will happen next because they're fighting in May, and he's got a date, I think, in June. But if he could fight someone like Zepeda, I think that's a good fight. I would be interested. But if he's going to fight guys like Abdullaev or this other guy, the guy that Frank Martin beat, I probably won't tune in because I've criticized Shakur quite a lot. I think it's justified. Like, I've seen enough of his fights where if he's not in against a guy like Valdez, he's kind of just stunk the joint out. Because I remember when I came back from the Prograde Taylor fight, he was fighting Joaquin Gonzalez. That was a really bad fight. I know he won like pretty much every round, but then he did that with Jeremiah Nakatilia. And then the De La Sondas fight, I thought could have went either way or was maybe a draw. But that was like one of the worst fights I've seen. Like, outside the Valdez and maybe Jamal Herring fight, I've not really seen him actually put on a show. Like, I know some people would argue it's just about winning, but like when you're headlining cards and you get paid the amount of money he's getting paid by Top Rank, you gotta at least put your foot on the gas and do what you did against Herring or even Valdez, where he actually I thought was impressive. I know he got criticized a bit because I think down the stretch he was essentially like just playing it safe, but I still thought that was a good performance. But I would say Zepeda and even Loma would have a chance against him. I think Loma, it depends how much he's got left, because if he doesn't look good against Cambosos, then I think Shakur should be a favourite. And Shakur's in his prime. But I would probably say Zepeda got the style and had a very good chance to, I think, beat him and
I don't
upset
know.
him.
I don't know if you heard me, but
I,
I was told Zepeda is targeting another southpaw.
Someone else, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. But I'm saying if they do fight, I would like Zepeda in that fight. But moving on, I just wanted to get your thoughts on the whole Conor Ben situation. It's been reported that, I don't know if you've seen it, but he won't be allowed to fight in the UK because he's lost that case, I think. UK had won it. What do you think this means for Matchroom and Conor Ben? Do you think this makes a difference, or they'll just keep on fighting outside the UK in America?
I'm sure there's a difference, bro. You can't deny the economics of Connor in the UK. But yeah, they're just gonna have to do what Australia's doing. Look at Zoo. Zoo generates a lot of money in Australia, but he's targeting Las Vegas in America now. Ben should do the same. Listen, you know, it's all great and dandy to be jumping off in your home, but if you can make it in America, you made it everywhere. Essentially, no one ever said the UK was the mecca of boxing, right? They say that about Vegas and Las Vegas. So I think it's all right. He just needs to get a bigger fight. And they need to allow it to be the Las Vegas feel. That last shit show they did, it just felt like a UK show. It didn't feel like he was in Vegas. But Cliff, Connecticut, what up?
Yo,
Yo.
What we got here? Cause Mr. Monologue, Shakur, who Shakur fighting?
The rumored opponents are Zaur Abdullaev, common opponent with Devin, and Artem some shit like that, common opponent with Frank Martin.
So is that the one Frank Martin just fought?
Yeah.
The last guy?
Yep.
All right, so me being a casual hardcore, I did see Frank Martin's fight, and obviously I seen Devin not his last knockout all over, social media. That's the dude Devin knocked out, right?
You know it.
Yep.
What poison do you
right.
pick? What poison do you pick?
If you have to pick one, then you pick the man that Frank Martin fought, because Frank Martin actually struggled and he gave Frank Martin like a good fight. But for Shakur, neither. Like, this shows you that last fight, I feel like his handlers feel like he probably has to adjust to the weight or something, because he fought his first fight at 35 and he ran through that Chinese dude. Then he fought De Los Santos, and it seemed like that power that comes at 35 like made him kind of like, unless you count the injury, kind of made him gun shy, or like he just wasn't himself. So I feel like maybe they're like, hold on, let's not rush him. This is a new division. Let's make sure he's comfortable before we just start throwing him in there with dudes that are like, feel like they're developing him in a sense. Like, let's make sure he's all right at 35. We're not just gonna put him in there with just anybody, or maybe.
But do you take you saying take the Frank former opponent? I mean, Devin got more clout. Don't you fight a Devin Haney opponent rather than a Frank Martin opponent?
Not this Devin Haney opponent. Devin knocked him out. Because Devin knocked him out.
He knocked him out when he was coming up. Devin was
right.
Yeah, but I don't.
Kind of younger at the time.
But Cliff, elaborate. He knocked him out, so why can't Shakur fight him?
Because Devin was coming up, like our man just said, and Devin has ascended to such a level. You're fighting like Devin's developmental fighters, like the people they were throwing Devin in there before.
Yeah, but we still want common opponents. We still want common opponents. Plus, this guy, since being knocked out, came back and knocked out Linares, what Catterall couldn't do before Catterall even fought him.
That kind of raised the stock more after that.
Yeah, that helps.
The thing about facing common opponents, guys, is that a lot of times you want to face a common opponent if it's someone that put up somewhat of a decent fight. You feel me? That's why people didn't want. That's why nobody wanted Keith to fight Barrios, even though Barrios was a decent fighter, but Barrios was coming off of a knockout loss to a 130-pounder. So why you want to go fight somebody that Devin who doesn't knock people out, knocked out?
I only didn't want Keith to do that because if you couldn't get the knockout, there was going to be that comparison. And that's what I feel about this one. Like, that's why I said pick your poison, because if he chooses the common opponent with Devin, he got to do better than Devin or do what Devin did.
Do you? That, like...
Fuck yeah. Hold on. So we going to call him pillow-fisted, and then the dude that he finally knocks out, you ain't got to knock him out too?
You should. We shouldn't expect nothing less from him.
But that's my point. Really that's why I said it's poison, because if you fight him and you don't knock him out, we criticizing you. If you don't fight him and you go life and death with Artem, who Frank knocked down in the 12th, we criticizing you. It's not the greatest look either way.
Wait a minute. Why do you get criticized for fighting Artem?
I mean, Frank dropped him, and Frank made him take a knee in the 12th round. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You got to whitewash him?
I mean, yeah, you got to do better than Frank. That's the whole point. You got to do better than the common opponent that you're facing, right? Or the fighter that faced the fighter that you facing.
Yeah, I would expect you to handle him easily. Like, if Frank struggled, you got to do your thing. But I don't really like neither fight. But I just feel like Shakur,
you don't like neither fight because what? You wanted something bigger.
Well, because he's Shakur Stevenson. He's so super duper hype that you don't expect him to be fighting these level of fighters. But it's hard for him to get a fight, and maybe they want to.
But bro, he just fought Shoshino.
I would have took a De Los Santos.
These dudes is more known. These dudes is more known than Shoshino is.
But wasn't Shoshino ranked like in the top 5 when he fought him?
This dude, these dudes is 6 and 7.
Shoshino has stopped Nakatani though.
This dude, look, Zaur Abdullaev is number 7 and Artem is number 8.
It's sad. My last thing, it's sad how boxing is that we got to be happy with this type of level of fighter for Shakur. It's just sad.
At least we ain't paying for it.
We ain't happy, and we only get, I don't know, like you said, you missed the monologue. I mean, we only getting this because he ain't resigning. Like, you tell me, you know, is it smart business to go get him a tank fight or get him a unification fight or get him your young prospect on the come up in Murataya and then he's leaving?
If he's not going to stay, then why not make as much money with the biggest fight you can? Why just throw some peanuts at him? Make some bread off him. Even risk him getting a loss. Fuck it. He ain't going to be your guy no more.
That's the point. I'm going to throw the biggest fight together. And what if he wins? Now he leaves looking like a superstar and I get nothing but the shit to pick up.
Make him fight De Los Santos again.
That's what he should have done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's no Shakur, you know, there's no Shakur haters saying that, like, because Floyd had tight fights and he had to rematch them shits.
And listen, I'm a Shakur fan, so I'm not hating on that. At first, I was like, I don't want to see that based on how he performed. But, you know, I also heard Shakur had some issues, whatever, going into that fight. So I feel like Shakur should clean that up. Because going into that fight, I was predicting Shakur was going to do a Floyd Arturo Gotti to him, you know what I mean? And the fight was a lot closer based on, you know, what took place.
Truth be told,
I would
though,
definitely
man,
take that rematch.
Now that Rayo is rumored to be fighting De Los Santos, I'm good. Like, go ahead and do that. Look good again. Because we put a lot of blame on Shakur, but De Los Santos could have done more too. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't do nothing. See, Shakur went in there. He fought very cautious, right? But De Los Santos didn't step on the gas because a lot of times you got guys that might not know how to cut the ring off, but they'll fight somebody that runs, and just the fact that they're going at them and throwing punches at them, they win the fight. Like a la Trinidad did with Oscar De La Hoya. A la what Tio did and with Jermaine Ortiz. Those guys went in there to just survive. But those other guys asserted themselves, so they won the fight. De Los Santos did not assert himself at all. He was sitting there trying to counterpunch with Shakur, and Shakur trying to get away from him. It was a bad fight. But Shakur won that fight, but still, I'll take a rematch.
In a smaller ring, bro. I never knew my man was capable of jumping that far. You know what I mean? He's got, like, you know, legit cat-like reflexes. People, you know, say that as a joke, but, like, the way he could jump out of range is crazy. Let me go to Hawk in Maryland. Hawk, you there?
Yo.
What up?
All right. Can you hear me clear?
Nice and clear.
Okay. How you doing today? Well, second time today. Good. Great work. Great work. Who's this guy he's supposed to be fighting?
It can either be Zaur Abdullaev or Artem Harutyunyan. Harutyunyan, I don't know, some shit like that.
Yo, Ness.
What up?
Man, I'm looking at it like it's I mean, he's a millionaire, of course, but his career has went stagnant. You know, it's like Devin Haney, when he had his Loma fight, it was like so-so, but he came back with Regis and he made his bones. And then Tank had a couple of fights where he made his bones. It's funny that Steven Shakur can't get his footing, dog. In that last fight, the one he messed up in, when he kept jumping back so far, he had Floyd there, Terrence Crawford, and they took that picture before the fight. Yes, they took that picture before the fight. In my opinion, that was his imminent moment. That was his moment. He should have shined. Had he did good in that fight, this whole picture would look different. But now this dude is taking these type of fights, and his career just it's like his counterparts Everybody else is shining, and he's just not. You know, this type of fight is wise. Like his career is more on Twitter. So,
Yo, Champ, what's your name on the line again? What's your name?
Hawk.
Hawk, what's up, Hawk? You're absolutely right about that. But a lot of times, all it takes is one big win, and all things are forgiven. That's how boxing is. You have a lackluster performance, everybody will crucify you. But as soon as you get a big win, especially over a credible guy, that all changes. Man. Boxing emulates real life.
Yeah, that's
the problem is nobody
point.
want to give him that fight. Nobody want to give him an opportunity to redeem himself.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, you're right. You're right. I was just saying though, from what you're saying, my point is, I mean, it's already gone past. But if he had that moment when that fight when Floyd and all them were there, had he did his thing that night, we wouldn't be having this conversation. And you know, it's like you got to make like that Eminem thing. You got to make your move when you get that moment. Even though he's rich and everything, that still don't give him that pride that he would have had he did good that night. That night was his night. So, but you know, maybe he gonna get another shot. But against fighters like this, it's not gonna matter. He's gonna have to get another night.
He's gonna have to wait now because look at the options he has. Yeah. Even if he knocks either of those guys out, people are still going to be clamoring for him to fight somebody of credibility. So now he's going to have to wait another fight to get somebody in there.
Yeah. Exactly. You got me. Exactly. That you know, that's my point. You know, that's my call, man. Exactly though.
Yeah, this is why I said, you know, months ago, move up, fight Matias in Puerto Rico. You know, you claim your Puerto Rican side, and you fight for those rights to be Puerto Rican in Puerto Rico by beating the Puerto Rican monster. And I think if anybody can do it, he can do it. The thing is, can he do it in an exciting fight, on at least a television-friendly fight? Because we know he could get the win clearly at all costs. Fats, what up?
Yo.
What
up, man? What up? Like father, like son. Devin done put that man business out in the street, yo. So he really is fighting this dude, I can't even say his name.
Abdullaev. It's between Frank, old opponent, and Abdullaev, and the very slim possibility of Murataya, if Murataya comes out of this fight without any issues, and if Shakur wants to resign.
I want to see that Murataya fight. I would like that fight. That dude, Harutyunyan, he was all right. He got aqua style, southpaw dude. I think, if I'm not mistaken, when he fought Frank, I like some things he did in there with Frank, took his jab away and shit. But he got to running around the ring at you know, when the rounds got a little later. Like he got to running around the ring and shit before Frank knocked him down. I really ain't like that. But this other dude, the name start with an A. I mean, I never really seen him fight. But then he get stopped by Haney.
He got stopped by Haney, but after that he stopped. You know, he's got a bunch of wins. Then he stopped Linares before Jack Catterall even fought him.
Oh, okay. So he kind of bounced back. I mean, it's Shakur don't just rematch De Los Santos, man.
De Los Santos is to be fighting Rayo. And
that's Shakur, right. Damn, I forgot he is fighting.
And Shakur his last fight on the contract is up in July. So he need to get a fight off. De Los Santos rumored to fight in June.
Right, yeah. So he ain't gonna be able to
get it done.
Yeah, making the time for that fight. Yeah, damn. I mean, hopefully Raymond Murataya.
Both these guys is ranked. Remember, both these guys is number 7 and 8.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully Raymond Murataya can get that fight. He fight this weekend, don't he?
Yeah, in Glendale.
Yeah. Hopefully
it's gonna be televised. Is it being televised?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's free too. I think it's free.
I mean, it's on ESPN.
Yeah. So hopefully that'll be the fight, man. I mean, I'm not really big on Shakur Stevenson. You know, he run his mouth a lot. He's not really what he say he is, but I don't want to see him keep doing this, bro. Like, you know, eventually I do want to see him get good fights, man. Like, this Abdullaev, I don't
I kind of want to see.
but
I kind of want to see how the free agency work out. Like, can he make shit shake?
Okay. Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, shit. Hopefully he do. Shit. I mean, sign with PBC. They say he don't want to sign over there. You end up like Boots Ennis fighting one time a year. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't want that
So
PBC. I don't want that for him. I don't want that for him at all, man. I was
yeah,
telling
me
Ness
neither.
either stay at Top Rank or try to go to Matchroom or Golden Boy.
Yeah, I like that.
The
Yeah,
thing
even
is,
Matchroom. Yeah,
what is
I
Matchroom
like
going to
that.
offer him?
He
Man,
might
he
have to
better
go to
move up.
140
He
if he
better,
gonna go.
yeah, he
If he
better
gonna
move
leave.
up. He keep talking all
Yeah.
that shit. He hot shit and all that. You got the
See,
WBC.
right now, he got the perfect opportunity. He a free agent. He have this little bullshit fight. He go sign a Matchroom and get a 3-fight deal. Ask for Richardson Hitchens, Matias, and Haney.
Yeah,
I see
140.
somebody.
that'd be
140
I
is the
good.
see
new glamour
somebody.
division, bro.
Somebody in the chat talking about, "Oh, Ness, you trying to push Matias off on Shakur?" No, I'm not. Like Shakur, I mean
Man,
Haney's at 40, but if Shakur want
140
to
is the
get in
new
the
glamour
mix,
division, bro. That's the new glamour
Haney can't
division.
fight everybody
Period.
at one time, man. Haney can't fight everybody at one
if
time, man.
Shakur want to
But I
get in the
appreciate the call.
mix, all he gotta do is take out Matias, and then
He
Tio him. My bad, you said you was done. All you gotta do is take out Matias because then him, Tio, and Devin are the ones in the mix. You
Yeah,
know?
that's that. Then you got the four kings basically on the same weight class. Even though Tank is still at 135, Tank fought at 140 before. 140 to me, this is the best. You know, I watched my boxing for years. This is the best ever at 140 and 135 I can recall in a very long time. I'm gonna go on the limb to say that this generation of 140 pounders might be better than Danny Garcia's generation as far as the fighters in the division, the variety of styles, the talent, the names, everything. So whoever becomes the top dog and beats mostly everybody, hands down, that person could go on to become probably one of the greatest junior welterweights of all time.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of opportunity there.
Yeah, man.
Um, that's why I'm happy Devin said he's gonna undispute, so we'll eventually get these Tio and Matias fights. But again, since the show is about Shakur, and people are not happy with those options, I am obviously gonna continue to bring up what I originally said that he should do, which is fight the Puerto Rican. Fight the Puerto
And
Rican,
that's I just
fight for that Puerto Rican fan base. They gonna naturally root with Matias because he from the island. But once you spank his ass,
if Shakur beats him, if Shakur beats Matias, I don't believe that he's gonna take the crown, but he'll get respect from the Puerto Ricans. But then he's not gonna just take the crown because you got to be more Puerto Rican to take the crown. You know what I mean? Camacho was Puerto Rican. He was somewhat from New York as well, but he beat Edwin Rosario, who was a Puerto Rican from Puerto Rico, and Puerto Ricans adopted him. Shakur Stevenson is not as Puerto Rican as a Hector Camacho, but they would definitely respect him. Puerto Rican fans such as myself, we have adopted him as one of ours because he is half Puerto Rican. But then again, we don't see too many big fights in Puerto Rico, and that's more of a New York City fight. Matias will fight like a showcase guy in PR or maybe a Mexican guy in PR, but for Shakur Matias, that's a Madison Square Garden Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. That would be Matias's Zab Judah to what Zab Judah was to Miguel Cotto.
yeah, you know me, man. I just want to bring a big fight back to the island. They haven't had nothing there since probably Wama and
Toledo.
yeah. But Stone Bone.
What up? What up? What up?
What up?
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just want the boy back in the ring, man. Get my young homie back in the ring. He ain't gonna get to go out like Bud went out with Porter on that last fight, So and free agency don't sound bad to try to figure it out. I don't know if he's gonna see what he want to see out there based off of the landscape of boxing. PBC is kind of in a little bit of a standstill. Like this, if this was another sport, this would be like going into free agency when some ain't right on the salary shit. Like sometimes like guys come into free agency like when when the rules change and they can get a bigger deal, they can get extra 30, 40 million on the table. This ain't that time of year right now. This ain't that season. So he gonna have to. PBC they ain't really looking at him. I don't think. Like they didn't look at Devin really. Like I ain't never really heard of a PBC offer for Devin. Like of the multiple times he's been a free agent, when have we heard PBC even offering that to? You know what I mean? I don't remember it. So I don't know if they're gonna be looking at adding a Shakur at this moment. They gotta try to fulfill the guys they lined up with. So if he gonna leave Top Rank, if he gonna re-sign, stay at 135. If he gonna leave, he gotta go to 140. Ness, and the best fight that can be made that ain't Devin is the guy you call it for. So if he want to make that transition to another entity, another platform, if he leaves Top Rank, it's gonna be hard to get Top Rank 135-pound guys. So he might as well really look at that Matisse fight. And if you become a champion at 40, Devin won the undisputed, that fight's on the table. So, hey, but get him in the ring, man. Fight somebody. Get that stank off your name. Get in the ring. All right, bro.
All right. I would like to see him re-sign and, get those 3 belts, right? Get those other 2 belts, re-sign. You get those other 2. You got to keep fighting opponents like this for probably the rest of this year. But that's why you resign. You make your $3 million per opponent. You let Loma win his belt with George. You let Navarrete win his belt with Baranchek. Then you let them motherfuckers unify too. It's no different, man. This happened to Sergio Martinez. He had to get stripped, let Chavez win his belt versus Sebastian Svik, only to win it back. Because these dudes, they make you do 100 million things because they want to be A-side. So, you do that. You let them unify. Now Loma got 2 belts. Now he feel like he the A-side. Now he'll fight you, and you still need that name. Now you beat Loma. Now you're a 3-belt champ. Now you try to make the Tank fight. We'll give you 90 days. You try to make that Tank fight. It don't happen. You trying to offer Tank undisputed. You got 3 of the 4 belts. He don't want it. Now you move up and you fight Tio at 40.
Build your own legacy. Don't chase Tank, man. Forget about Tank. Tank don't want to fight these guys, man. This is not Canelo, and I'm not a Tank hater, but Tank is not fighting any of those guys. Forget about Tank. Right now, Shakur already got more accolades than Tank. He just got to build that resume up. Tio and Devin already surpassed Tank in resume and accolades. Shakur just got to do the same thing. These guys got to fight each other, man. Forget about Tank unless Tank sends an offer.
Nah,
they
for
all
sure.
got good names, man.
But if you got 3 belts, you got to at least try to, deal with Tank to see what happens. If not, then I'm saying stay with Top Rank, move up, fight Tio. Because now you became what? He's a 3-division champ now. He's 3-belt unified now in this hypothetical, He done beat Loma. Loma came to the table with 2 belts, IBF, 3, IBF, IBO, WBO. You try to get Tank. Tank says yes, says no. Okay, he says no. Now you get the big fight. Move right up and fight Tio as the WBO champ. You move right up and fight Tio. Like, I don't know where he's going to go. I am interested to see what Matchroom could present for him. But again, I don't think it's anything at 35. The other best option would be Golden Boy. Maybe offer him the Zepeda fight. And then Barboza and Ryan. But is Ryan going to do that? Ryan is acting like he'll fight Shakur, but he thinks he'll do that off of a win. He's saying, I'll fight you next when I win if I can't get Tank.
And I think that will be a problem, guys. King, I mean, of course, we talking Shakur, we talking Newark. I try to wait patiently because I don't got anything bad to say about the young man, but I do think that he has to find his identity. Here's what I mean: his identity as a fighter. some of those fights, if we put him on that trajectory, that makes him a prize fighter. I don't think Shakur has been built that way. He's been built as more of a blue chip prospect, more like Devin Haney. So I think if he might have reached his initial ceiling with Top Rank, but I think the way Top Rank moves fighters, they can continue to push him more along that blue chip route and make the long run pay out. I think if he jump out there and try to call out fights and looking for fights, he's not going to get a good response. So he's kind of got to make his own way and make his own name. But first, like I said, he's got to identify what's he want to be. Does he want now? If he says, "Listen, I done the blue chip shit. I've been to college. College ain't pay off. I'm moving up." Like Ness is suggesting, I'm moving up, and I'm not going to fight a boogeyman. I need a boogeyman on my name. I need a fight that people might want to pay for on pay-per-view. I need a change of scenery, a change of, kind of who I'm dealing with. Then that's the way to go. But if, Shakur's personality and his desires don't fit that, respectfully, you got to stay with Top Rank and let them move you and be moved along. And I think that's when you said putting himself in position, waiting for the Loma and Kambosos outcome. Honestly, for me, that's the best way to go. Now, real quick, I just want to see him fight, and it's in June 6th in Newark. I can't pronounce neither one of these guys' names, and I'm not mad at it because, again, got to get back in the ring. Got to get back in the ring. You just got to continue the course. So whoever he's fighting on June 6th, I know one guy is somebody that Devin defeated. Who's the other guy? Does he have any familiar common opponents that we might know of?
That's the guy
Frank
beat.
Martin.
That's the guy Frank beat last year.
Frank Martin, bro.
Okay.
That was Frank Martin's last fight.
Yeah, those are good opponents. Those are good opponents. I mean, listen.
This is in June.
Yeah, given the timetable, you're not gonna find a quote unquote. Yeah, you're not gonna find a quote unquote top guy at 135 in that short a turnaround. If Shakur wants to fight again, this is a part of being the blue chip prospect. This is like going to college. You got to sit home and study when your friends are going to the house parties. So you got to fight this guy who's a familiar opponent. It may not be splashy, but you're getting your studying and you're getting that long-term investment. So bring on this guy.
So my question was, pick your poison. Which guy do you pick?
You muted yourself. I don't hear you.
No, I didn't say nothing because I'm thinking he wants the guy, for me, the guy that Devin fought, not the guy that Tank fought. Because if you're trying to push yourself blue chip like Devin did, it's a similar trajectory. You want a common opponent. That's the route you go. Not that, having a common opponent where Frank, changes anything or makes it negative, but it's less likely that those two guys will cross paths again. So it's like, at least you could say, yo, I might have, hell, let Shakur go in there and knock this guy out. Last weekend, we seen a guy that was 6-0 with no stoppages stop his first opponent. And he was, down on the scar. Maybe Shakur goes in and stops this guy, and then he goes say, yo, Dev, you stopped him, but I stopped him better,
I like that you thought that, though, because I think that going with the guy that Dev knocked out is better because it's a common opponent with Devin, the undisputed champ. It's not a common opponent with Frank, who's just an up-and-coming contender at the moment, about to be a title challenger. So, it just makes more sense. Plus, Abdullaev also knocked out Linares before Jack Catterall. You know what I mean? He came back. He was losing every round of that fight. I watched that shit. So, I don't know. I think Abdullaev is a better opponent.
Yeah, definitely a better opponent. I think, as far as Shakur, the next step, like I said, get one of those guys in the ring, June 6th, or is it July 6th?
Yeah, I think it's
June.
July.
June.
No, it's July. The June date is for Xander in New York. He's fighting Patrick Teixeira.
Okay.
He's fighting him on Puerto Rican Day weekend.
Yeah, bro. Xander's Day project.
Yeah, it's a lot of fights going on during that time, man. Tank is fighting on Puerto Rican Day parade weekend. And
Well,
Tio's
he's
coming
fighting
back
after.
in
He's
New
fighting
York
the
in
week
June.
after, bro. Tank is June 15th, so he's fighting the week after.
So Xander is going to be on the Tio card there because what you said, somebody already gave me. We'll talk about that private, but I got the name and I'm hoping it's not that
Nah,
person.
I
I
don't
never
think
heard of
it.
him.
I don't think it's the TO card because unless Xander's fighting in Florida.
Well, from what I heard, Tio's fighting in June in the East Coast. His father didn't say where, but he said the East Coast, and then they're looking for a fight in December in
Yeah,
Honduras.
the East Coast is
Bob Arum.
Florida. The East Coast is Florida, and it should be Miami.
For him, it makes more sense in New York because ain't no Hondurans in Florida. But then again, ain't that many Hondurans in New York neither.
Yeah, I'm hearing Miami, and again, I already know the opponent. I'm just like this
Yeah,
one, like this one.
I
I'm just
heard the
waiting to
name too,
laugh.
man. Somebody gave me a notification. I never heard of Homeboy.
Word.
If it's the same person, I don't know who you heard, but who I heard, I never heard of Homeboy before.
Nah, it sounds about right. I mean, I heard of him, I know him, but you know, a lot of people not gonna know him. That's gonna be the.
I don't know him, but I'm not defending Tio, but I don't knock it. Like I said, Tio's been going through the ringer fighting everybody. At the end of the day, if he's gonna be more active, back in the days, people were fighting guys 5 and 10 records if they were being super duper active, which we don't see no more. But
Yeah,
he's entitled to a soft touch.
I just want him not to drop the ball. When he fought Sandor, he like fights down and up. It's like, all right, we giving you a soft touch, but you still got to be the showman. You can't, you know what I'm saying, fight down to the level of opposition because we trying to give you a soft touch so you could look like a superstar.
But Sandor wasn't a soft touch. Sandor was a last minute replacement to Pedraza. Pedraza would have been a highlight reel because he stands right there. Sandor is a slick boxer.
Sandor made his bones off Tio. Cause his Mikey
He beat
win,
Mikey.
bro. You gave him credit for that. Like I give him like a little bit of credit. We all knew Mikey was
the
done.
Underdog.
Mikey was still done though. Like was Mikey not like only looking for certain fights?
Yeah, but Mikey had before that. Mikey had beat up on what's his name, Jesse Vargas. Damn near knocked him out. Nobody ever did that to Jesse Vargas. I didn't give Sandor Martin a chance. I didn't know who he was going into the Mikey fight.
Nah, me neither.
So if Mikey was out of shape, that's on his fault.
Me
That's
neither. But again, it still wasn't the same Mikey. That's why he retired after that fight, bro.
It wasn't the same Mikey.
We talking about Mikey Garcia. Never in our life did we think Mikey would retire off a loss, bro. Like, and let alone off a loss to a nondescript Spaniard. Like, nah, man, he made
Mikey
his bones.
should have fought Danny Garcia. That should have been the fight that should have happened that we didn't get.
Again, to me, yes, he got my attention with the Mikey fight, but the one I'm watching is the Tio fight because it's like, okay, let's see if what he did to Mikey is real. Cause Mikey was on his way out. Mikey was just overweight. Like, let's see what he looked good with Tio. So he made his bones off them dudes, man. In my opinion.
He matched him wrong.
Trey, what up?
Man, who's Shakur fighting?
The potential opponents, rumored opponents, are Zaur Abdullaev and Artem Harutyunyan or Hoven some shit,
Who?
Yep, that guy.
You said who? Man, this is a fucking shame, dude. I can't believe that we can't get a draw, like a good draw. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about a top, like, damn, like a top 3 draw. I'm talking about. Like, I wish we would have got lined up for, the winner of Loma and oh boy, but it's just looking like we gotta, fight some bullshit and then
because
hopefully get a draw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Loma and Cambosis, they ain't got enough time to turn around. They got their own fight.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. They can't follow up with something like right after.
How, bro? Shakur got a date. He announced his date. He ain't the one. He ain't saying I'm waiting for Loma. He's saying I'm ready to fight. I'm back. He announced his date. So, now they got to find him an opponent that's available.
Yes.
He was better off fighting Campbell Hatton, man. At least we know him, son of a legend.
Man, like, look, Ness,
Bro,
this is
cut
how I
the
feel,
Campbell
bro.
Hatton
This is
shit out.
how I
That
feel.
dude took a loss over the weekend. I hope you know.
But
I didn't
listen,
know
Ness,
that.
this is just how I feel. This is just how I feel, man. Like y'all said about Oscar. First and foremost, I highly agree with that shit about Golden Boy. Like, that shit is a shit show. So I highly agree with that. But it's just like, damn, man. Like, Shakur is just, that's a great talent, and I don't know. I just don't get why it's like this. Like, man, I just need my boy to fight. Like, damn, we can't get a name like, I'm not saying Ryan Garcia, but a guy that's you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, man, that's just insane to me. I don't get it. And then I just feel like this. After you done with Top Rank, I don't know to look back. Like, I don't suggest looking back. Like, I think you just move forward with your career, because why keep getting those kind of fights? Nobody's gonna remember what is this nigga name? Or Arthur or something? Like, what? Or Zaire? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
So I'm just like,
he's getting
Albania and Zaire Abdullaev.
he's getting these type of
dude,
fights
we
because
can't even pronounce that shit. None of us over here can pronounce that shit.
but he's getting these type of fights because he don't want to resign. So they not about to send you off. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, remember, Bud's last fight was a purse bid situation. So
Yeah, I know, I
they
know, I
had
know. All right.
they had to send him off on a good note. Like, no one who, if you telling me you done, like, think about it from a girl standpoint. Your girlfriend walks up to you and tells you, you know what, Trey, is over. On July 6th, I'm moving out. Do you let her live in the house till July 6th? Because I'm going to be like, bitch, you got to go. I thought you said you was
Right.
done.
Oh God.
Fuck you mean you staying here till July. So that's how they looking
Right.
at it. Like, bro, what you mean you tweeting out free agency? Okay, this what we got. We got cannon fodder for your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I dig it now. I could dig it. I could dig it. Like, no word. I could dig it. Man, this my last thing, and then I'm gonna head out. Hey, man, I don't know if they gonna call in or whatever, but I've been thinking about that shit that CYP and old boy said earlier, Mr. Let Him Cook, man. I think you put people like that on timeout, but I ain't gonna dip my nose in nothing. Just, man, when y'all call in, respect Ness, respect the boxing voice, and respect what they got going on, because, man, these dudes work hard, and they getting these people out here for us. They going out their way for us, because really Ness could be doing something else. So I just say, man, make sure we all call in with nothing but love and respect, and make sure, just remember, man, Ness is going out his way for us to do this shit. We can't find these sources. We don't know none of these people. So just be thankful and grateful. Last but not least, man, like, comment, subscribe. Everything I said is free. Hey, Ness, I'll be back in to call you tomorrow, man. I'll begin camp tomorrow, so I'll call in like one more last time, and then I'm on the clock for April 27th, man. So I'm out, Ness.
All right, champ. General Camino.
Yo, Nas, what's good?
What up?
Coolin'. So what is the? I know Artem isn't undefeated. Is the Abdullaev guy
Nah.
undefeated at all?
Nah.
Damn, they both got who he lost to.
Devin.
Oh shit. Yeah, he might want to go with Artem. Artem might be the better matchup for him right now. Out of those two, I'd go with Artem. Like, I wouldn't go with the dude that lost to Devin. Like, nah, I'd do the more.
So you rather go
recent
to? So
dude
you
that
rather
the other-
lose to the dude that you rather fight the dude that lost to Frank?
Yeah, why not? It don't matter. He's more. His name is
I
a little
don't-
bit fresher in people's minds.
Yeah, but Devin is an undisputed 2-division champ. About to fight Ryan.
Yeah, but Frank is also about to fight Tank. It works a little bit better.
He's about to be a one-time title challenger.
Yeah, it is what it is. He's straight. It's not a bad matchup. And after his last performance, I'm not mad at it, bro. Like, you got to get back in the ring, tune your shit up, work on your game, man. So I don't have an issue with it. And I always come in here and I talk about, I want the divisions to move forward. I want people to get their opportunities. This is what the fuck it is. You feel me? Some of these dudes got to get their ops, and that's fine. I mean, the other way is people not getting opportunities, and then we begging and pleading. So, every fight ain't going to be a big fight. every fight ain't gonna be the fight that the fans want. Like, it's just nothing works like that. You don't always get what you want. So, I'm comfortable with him matching up against a former opponent of 35-pounder who's active right now. It is what it is. I'd prefer Artem. I'm sure you can make a case for the other dude, but personally, I prefer Artem. I enjoyed the pressure he put on.
I think that
Frank
Abdullaev
Martin.
has more power, man. He was losing a lot of the rounds in that fight versus Linares, and he one punched his ass.
Yeah, but I think Artem is fresher in the fans' minds. Personally, I would say not every fan, not all the casuals, but he's a little bit more recent of a 35-pounder fighter that's out there, getting work. So I'm comfortable with Shakur fighting him the next fight. I mean, after that, he needs to probably step it up. But after the last performance with De Los Santos, take a step back, go in the ring, work on your shit, and let's see where we go from there. I really can't be too mad at it. Like I said, I come on here all the time and I talk about how I want these divisions to move and I want people to get their apps and I want people to, be able to make a life out of boxing, especially if that's what they want to do. So things like this have to happen. And I think people should be a little bit more understanding of that. And then, things will be a little bit more better.
Now, for sure,
Outside
man, if we accepted more of this, absolutely, it would give these guys a chance to fight 3 times a year and be sharper, because this opponent, but that's the thing, you see, some of these guys, like, is he going to want his normal minimum for this fight? You know what I mean? But that's the bell.
Well, if you want to fight, you shouldn't get it. If you ESPN and Shakur want to fight and you want to get a fight in, nah, you're not getting your regular $3 million. You probably gonna get close to $1 million. This ain't worth that. And that's what fighters got to do too. They got to take some less money, bro. They got to stay active. But my time's up. Everybody have a good day. Thanks, Ness.
Appreciate you.
You know what I think about?
What up?
I was gonna say about was it Abdullaev, right?
Mhm.
That's as an opponent, isn't that kind of just dangerous enough for Shakur to say, what, I might could stand in front of this guy who's coming in off a knockout win and see if I could dance on the water and not get wet.
I mean, possibly. Abdullaev is a orthodox fighter, and Artem is a orthodox fighter. Artem is 33, and Abdullaev, let me see, is 30. He's 5'9", and Artem is 5'7.5". So Abdullaev has a 57% knockout ratio, and Artem 58%. So they're pretty much the same. Now, Abdullaev is coming off of the win over Gutierrez, which is not bad. Same win that
Roger Gutierrez?
Yeah, Roger Gutierrez. He beat Nunez, Linares, Giovanni Straffen. He beat him too. And Zlatan Cannon. Shit. Yeah, man, he on a nice little win streak. That's about since Devin knocked him out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins straight. Boxing fan, what up?
Yo, what's up, Ness?
What up?
Yo, Ness, man. I think Shakur got 2 things going against him, bro. I think his last performance and because how skillful he is, bro. I don't think these, like the Zepedas or the Lomas, I don't think they're going to fight him, bro. Because you even heard Coach Calvin saying, like, yo, we won't fight Shakur because we can't do what we do. I don't think Oscar wants to put Zepeda in there with Shakur because of how skillful he is. And I don't think Loma's going to fight him this late in his career, bro. So, I mean, do you think Shakur should just fight his
I think Loma fights him after he beats Cambosos and Navarrete for 3 belts. It'll be 4 belts. He'll have the IBO, the IBF, and the WBO. He'll just need the WBC.
I hope you're
and
right.
for Loma, think about it. For Loma, if he could beat Shakur, it means he has an opportunity to try to do business with Tank. And let's be real. Tank might fight Loma at 36 with 4 belts. Fuck. Tank might fight him for undisputed. He got the WBA.
I wish, Ness, but I really don't see Loma taking that fight this late in his career, man. To be honest with you, Ness, I just Shakur's too skillful, bro. I just don't see it, man. Do you think Shakur should just move up to 140 at this point, bro? If he can't get like no fucking names to fight him?
I mean, I've said it before, man. If he moves up, it would be good for him to fight Sabril Matias in Puerto Rico, so he could take his fans. You know, he'll be announcing to the Puerto Rican world that he is Puerto Rican as well, and winner take the fans.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see that.
It's
But
also a
Ness,
way to get back in the mix, right? Devin has a belt there. Tio has a
yeah.
belt there. Like, do you really want to be the B-side to those dudes, or do you want to come to the table with a belt like those dudes?
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't see like Eddie doing that right away. Neither. You think Eddie will let Matias fight Shakur?
I mean,
Especially with
You
that
could start
fight
him
deal
off
that he had.
with Hitch. They got a grudge.
I don't think. Yeah, they could definitely start him off with Richardson Hitchens, who he's beefing with. But why would Eddie stop a super fight for Matias, bro? And Matias is a puncher, and he's bigger than Shakur. Like, I don't know that they would be afraid.
It's not that they're afraid, but I think with the what was it, a 3 or fight deal that he has with Matchroom, I don't think Eddie will put him in like in the fires that quick because I'm pretty sure he want to marinate that Devin and Matias for unification. That's
But look, I was just getting ready to say that's the 3 fights right there. Look, if you give him Matias, that is, you give him Shakur, obviously with a rematch clause, that's 2 fights right there, and then the third fight is an option. You bring Shakur on, you give him Richardson Hitchens, and then Matias with the rematch. That's a 3-fight deal. That's business.
I mean, and remember, things can manifest. Like, he could be with Matchroom and be promised Matias beats a Richardson Hitchens, and next on the table is a Ryan fight for him. No one knows.
That's true. Him and Ryan did say they would fight each other, so we'll see. But that's my call, guys. Have a good one, man.
You the man, champ. You the man.
Yeah, if he moved up, that he'd be all right over there at Matchroom if they, those were some options on the table, man.
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't be afraid to fight Hitchens where they spar so much. What up, James?
What's up? What's up, Ness? What's up, Amin? What's up, Maldonado? Yo, hey man. So you really want Shakur to fight his ex-best friend? That's what you really want to do. That's what you're marketing right
they
now.
calling each other bitches and shit. You ain't saying
they
this
all
shit?
ex-best friends, James.
I didn't know that. They beefing with each other.
He talking about he don't fuck with
Yeah.
him and he a bitch, he a pussy. What you talking about? Like, them fighting words. Might
I
as well
mean,
get money.
I mean, why their friendship really collapsed, man? Is it because Hitchens said some shit about Shakur getting touched up
Because
his farm
Shakur's
by Paro or
sensitive.
whatever?
No. It's because Shakur's
No, that
sensitive.
wasn't it. It was about somebody else, right?
It was because Richardson Hitchens.
Oh, that's right. The De Los Santos performance. That's right. De Los
Not
Santos
even.
performance.
No,
Yeah,
not the
and he warned Shakur.
performance. It was the warning. It was the warning. It was the warning. He gave too honest of a prediction, and that caused him to be an enemy.
Well, I mean, shit, man. Even though Shakur just like me, half and half, man, fuck that nigga, man. Hitchens, just keep standing on your shit, Hitchens. With what Shakur, man, but Ness, man, this is a struggle topic, man. Like, bro, with all the other news going on in the world of boxing, this is what we talking about tonight.
Bro,
So
Shakur is one of the big fish.
My nigga, man, but associated with these 2 fights, man, I mean, it's an obvious choice. He can't pick Artem, man. He can't pick Artem. We can't name who the fuck that Artem actually fought besides Frank. At least, goddamn Abdullaev, man. We know that he beat Roger Gutierrez, Ricardo Nunez, and goddamn Jorge Linares. At least, if you want to say a possible risk, that's the fight you at least goes. It can actually be marketed better than the Artem fight. I mean, Artem fight, man, that's Shakur will wash him, man. Shakur will wash him. Frank definitely underachieved, and like you say, you are as good as your last performance. With how Frank performed, I mean, most of us are betting him he's gonna get stopped against Tank. So Shakur should actually go the other way because at least get marketed. But this is bad. This is bad work, man. For this to be your last fight on your contract, and you know damn well that Robert Garcia is not going to let Murataya ever fight you. Know the fact that Lomachenko ain't never going to fight you.
I don't know
I mean,
about all that.
I
You
think a lot of people,
wildin'.
nigga, I'm dead ass serious. Like, are you, bro? You don't see the
He
writing
got
on the
the
wall?
WBC belt. That's what
The fuck
people
that
used to.
mean?
Bro,
Like, niggas get aborted.
we used to
Niggas get
say that
aborted,
about
man. They don't
Devin,
like
and
them
then
top.
but look, we used to say that about Devin, and then he got everything he needed.
Bro, you know James Prince ain't never gonna let goddamn Shakur sign a bad deal. Devin at least got those fights because he signed bad contracts that got just to prove his worth. Shakur ain't never gonna do no bad business with James Prince on the side. With that being said, he might as well actually fight Matias. But Ness, let's be honest though, Matias was scared to fight Elvis Rodriguez. He was scared to fight Leo Paro, which are both southpaws. So you really telling me that he's gonna actually fight the I mean, Shakur ain't gonna ever be the king of Puerto Rico. We know who that really is, man. That's Malanga. But actually be up there on the mantle with Malanga and shit like that, one of the new faces of Puerto Rico.
Subriel is the king of Puerto Rico, bro.
Get the fuck out of here, man. He's garbage. Motherfucker, hot garbage, man. Like, he hasn't fought a
He's the world
goddamn
champion.
C-plus fighter on his resume. Man, we know a lot of suck-ass champions, man. Cambosa was one and he was food, you know what I'm saying? Just like we know the same reason why all these guys are rushing to fight Tim Tszyu, because they know his ass is food. Why else you think Keith Thurman? Keith Thurman have no liquid courage. We know he's all zen and yogi and shit like that. He goddamn meditated. He knew he could beat him. Just like why Bud's going to beat his ass after if he can actually get through the Fundora test. So we know, man, all champions ain't the same, Maldonado. You should know that, man. And I actually like you when you ain't talking to Tio shit. But Maldonado, you could agree with me on this though. The golden age of the 135 fighters with the Tio, the Shakur, the Devin, the fucking Tank. We know all four of those guys on any given day, pretty much like 90% of the time, 95% of the time, they all will beat Matias. So you telling me if those four
I
could beat
agree
him
with
on
you on
any
that.
day, is Matias really all that? I don't think so. He's not fucking nowhere near an elite fighter. He's just good because he's just strong and he just keeps on coming forward. Besides that, man, he's not no real threat for Shakur. Shakur will wash him. And I hope they make that fight because I'm going to be patting niggas' pockets and taking their money. And, I mean, shout out to you, man. I appreciate how you always stand up for New Jersey, even though Ness abandons you up there. But, man, I appreciate you and I appreciate how you support women's boxing. And Ness, man, I always got love for you in the show every day, man. I'll holler at y'all in the next one. I'm out.
Appreciate you, Mr. Benitez, always giving a spirited opinion.
Rich is on you.
Hey, yo, Ness, you hear me?
Yeah. Yo, we hear you, Rich.
Yo, man, so this the thing, man, about this whole Shakur shit. First of all, Shakur is not moving up to 140. After the performance with De Los Santos, I heard Shakur backpedal all that weight drain shit and say that honestly he could still make 130 if he wanted to. And he was saying how he wasn't looking forward to moving up no time soon. So he not moving up and fighting Subriel at all.
I
But
mean, he calling out Ryan in catchways. They just again agreed.
That's that
I feel
confusion
that, bro,
bullshit.
but
Go ahead,
yeah,
Rich.
nah, Shakur just be talking, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that nigga just be talking. I love him. Well, I used to love the nigga, but he just be talking, bro. Like he said, if you lose or win, and that was just some bullshit. He know good and damn well after Devin Sir that nigga, he ain't gonna want to fight him, bro. So I don't know why Shakur be saying certain shit that he be saying, right? But with the whole Abdullaev and Artem shit, like this shit just goes back to how this nigga Shakur been doing bad business for like a year now, and he kind of put himself in fucked up situations to where this nigga rumored to fight a nigga that just lost to Frank Morton, who ain't never been a champ, and then the last dude that Dev knocked out 4 years ago type shit. So imagine if he fights this, and I think the better fight for him would be Abdullaev. He on an 8-fight win streak. He got some KOs in there. He been looking good since he got beat up. But the thing about the Abdullaev shit, they called Devin pillow fisted, and Devin stopped him in 4 rounds type shit, broke his face and the whole shit. Yeah,
Brutally. He made
broke his
Devin look
face.
like Julian Jackson. That's why I don't want that fight for Shakur, because that's the bar. That's the bar
But
that's
this the
set.
thing. Nah, but the bar is set hella high type shit. So if he fight
One punch knocked him
Abdullaev
out.
type shit, no, yeah, he didn't knock him out, but he made him quit. Him and
No,
his
he knocked
coach
him
was
out. That's the
in
one
the
that
corner.
he knocked him through the ropes, right? With the overhand, right? If I'm not correct, because that's the last
Nah,
knockout.
You thinking of Santiago?
Okay.
That's
All right.
no. That's Antonio Moran. That's
Yeah,
Antonio
Moran. He thinking of Moran, the one that Jermaine couldn't knock out.
He made Devin look like
yeah.
an Deontay Wilder with that right hand, man. Okay, if he stopped him on the feet,
no.
that's credible.
That's
You know what I mean?
because
But
back
that was a
then,
while ago.
that's because back then, though, motherfuckers used to think it was sweet with Devin, so they used to open up. Motherfuckers gonna realize motherfuckers don't even open up with Devin. Regis is a big account of that. He knew if he got knocked out, we was gonna be making fun of him till 2033. So he was like, nah, fuck that. We just gonna play it safe. And that's what most of them niggas be doing. But the thing about the Abdullaev shit, if Shakur don't stop him, it's gonna look super bad because Devin stopped him 4 years ago, and not we, but motherfuckers be saying he pillow fisted. And then if he don't beat Artem in a certain fashion, at least drop him, it's gonna look kind of funny because Frank looked like. I ain't gonna say Frank looked like shit. Frank looked all right, but Frank dropped him, so he kind of put himself in a bad situation to where he can't really get good opponents type shit, and he's gonna be like forced to perform very well. I do think he'll serve Abdullaev, but I don't know, man. He just in a bad position right now, bro.
Just to give you a heads up, champ. What's your name, by the way?
This Rich.
I'm
That's
Rich.
hilarious, though, man. I mean, oh man.
That's what barometer fights are for at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Just because you don't look as good as the previous guy, don't get it twisted. It doesn't mean that fighter A can't beat fighter C, but that's the excitement.
Yeah,
you know
it don't mean that, but you lose momentum, though. You lose the momentum in the buildup. Just think again, Juan Lopez and Gamboa. Yeah, Lopez was shit in the bed. He was not looking as good as Gamboa. Gamboa would come right behind him. Top Rank would give him the same exact opponent, and fucking Gamboa would whitewash their ass. You know
He
what
went
I'm
through
saying?
life and death with the African dude, and then Gamboa iced him in 2 rounds.
Yeah, Matagua. I remember that shit. That was Gamboa's prime years, man. Rich.
They were giving him Wama's leftovers.
Let me get to some other people.
Nah, yeah, it's all good, man. Salute.
So, but Rich, I did want to tell you, like, I had felt the same thing you felt, but I was holding it. Like, if y'all remember, I was like, yo, I know who Shakur fighting, but I ain't saying nothing because I wanted to happen because I did want that pressure. I wanted that pressure of picking Abdullaev and knowing you got to knock him out because y'all called this dude Pillow Fist. But
no, you going to have to stop him. Devin
but
broke his fucking face. It made him quit.
I don't think he's going to take him because Devin leaked it on a Fight Hype interview, and then Shakur came out and was like, man, I ain't fighting him. Devin is cat.
Oh, well, nah. If he go fight that Artem dude, why would you fight him? Ain't he coming off a loss, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Goofy business.
Boxing funny as hell. My man coming off a loss to Frank. So he coming off a loss to Frank. He coming off a loss to Frank. Frank turned down the title shot, so Artem getting it.
Yeah, nah, that shit don't make no fucking sense. He better just go fight Abdullaev, man. He'll beat him too, but he better just do that or else who the fuck else is he gonna fight? You feel me? He said he don't want none of the Floyd Schofield shit. I mean, I guess I can understand, but all that matchmaking shit is goofy.
I can't understand because who we know more? I gotta let you go, but who we know more, Abdullaev or Schofield? Like, fuck is you matchmaking your biggest fight with a prospect? Like, he taking money out his own mouth. Like, look, he don't want to move up to fight Matias. He only want to move up to fight Ryan in the catchweight. He don't want to fight shit slipped me. What's the fuck his name?
He don't want to fight Teo in Honduras. Teo told him he'll fight him in Honduras.
Yeah, man, I don't want to hear all that shit. Cut that cap shit out, David, because Keyshawn said he'll go to Honduras.
Yeah, but Keyshawn, come on. Keyshawn's a prospect still, man.
He ain't no prospect. He's a silver medalist with a win over a 2-time champ, last great Puerto Rican fighter in America. What are you talking about?
The last great Puerto Rican.
You can't beat a 2-time champ. You can't beat a 2-time champ. Nah, Danny ain't from Naila.
Pedraza was not a great. He's a good fighter, man. He's not going down.
He the last great. I said last
not great.
Great.
Man. Not Grace. Last champion.
How? He a 2-time champion, bruh.
He won his belts and lost his the very next fight. That's not great. He didn't make no title defenses. He won that belt vacant. He got knocked out 2 fights later by Tank.
Yeah,
He won
because he
another
went in.
belt and lost to Loma right away. That's not great, bro.
Bro, first of all, he did defend his first belt because he was the IBF and the IBO concurrently. And secondly, in the second division when he won his title shot, he went straight into a fucking Loma fight. Other motherfuckers.
He lost every important fight after that, bro. He never beat. The biggest name he beat was Tevin Farmer.
See, this is
when
what I'm
Tevin Farmer
saying.
was a prospect.
We don't know how we decide what we respect. I have it
He's
on
a two-time champion.
I
Yes,
have
he
it
is.
on.
I'm not trying to crap on him.
I have it on good account that Espinoza isn't taking Robisi in the immediate rematch. Instead, he wants a soft touch. That's what you respecting. That's what you respecting essentially, because you're not giving the dude credit that is taking on the tough opponents or that is taking the tough challenges. Like, you gonna discredit Pedraza because he lost his title. He lost his title in the next fight when he's fighting Loma. He could have went to Puerto Rico and fought a fucking Liam Bottle.
Yeah, but that's the difference between being a champion and being great. Yes, he's a two-time champion. He's not a great fighter. If you're a great fighter, you be one of those guys.
I ain't call him a great fighter. I said he's the last great.
Yeah, Puerto Rican. No, he's not the last Puerto Rican great. He was a known Puerto Rican champion. I'm not going to call him a Puerto Rican. Nobody Puerto Rican calls him a great fighter. All due respect, Pedraza is a heck of a fighter, two-time world champion. He's not a great fighter, bro. No.
So you gonna say Danny Garcia is, but not Pedraza?
Danny Garcia, come on, of course. Come on, you can't even compare that, bro. Danny had a run. Danny was beating killers. Danny was winning fights.
You talking about an old run, man? Get that old run out of here. How you even still remember that shit?
Yeah. You brought up Pedraza's run.
Nah,
Pedraza
brought up Pedraza
to everybody
recent.
with a name after that, bro. He lost to Barbosa. He lost to Ramirez. He lost to Comey. He lost to Keyshawn. The only person he beat was Tevin Farmer.
I hear a fucking amazing resume, bro. That man got in there with everybody.
Yeah, he is. He's
and
a good
got a
fighter.
two-time and got 2 belts.
Just
IBF
not
what?
great.
IBF and WBO?
He's not a great fighter, bro. He's not going to the Hall of Fame. He's a good fighter. Yes, he is. He's not going to the Hall of Fame.
You hating on him, bro.
Diego Corrales didn't even go to the Hall of Fame. You think he's going to the Hall of Fame? Come on, man.
My bro.
No way.
Diego will get in because his wife runs the Las Vegas Hall of Fame, for one. Two.
He didn't, though, not yet.
He ain't getting in, Pedraza, because guys like you ain't supporting him.
Not.
You know,
Juan Ma had a better career than him, bro. Juan Ma beat some people.
Bro, Juan Ma was chinny as hell. Fuck out of here with that.
He beat Rafi. He stopped Rafael Marquez, bro.
With that fucking strategic ass matchmaking they gave Juan Ma, man. Get out of here.
He knocked out Ponce de Leon twice in one round.
Those good wins, because I don't even think Broner knocked out Ponce.
Juan Ma had a decent run compared to Pedraza. I would say Juan Ma was the most credible Puerto Rican fighter from Puerto Rico since
Juan Ma had a worse back half of his career, bro.
We judge fighters for what they did in their prime. Roy Jones had a terrible back half.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Look at Pedraza. Look at Pedraza's back half. He's still fucking competitive with a silver fucking medalist, champ. Like, he ain't getting washed.
I don't want to sound like I'm hating on him, bro. He's not great.
Juan Ma on the back half of his career getting fucking washed, knocked out by everybody, and he was always chinny. I'm picking Salido. I'm picking Pedraza. He get my vote over fucking Juan Ma.
Ivan Calderon was better than him too.
Bro, Ivan was good. Yeah. What up, James?
Yeah. What's up, man? I stand with Maldonado on this, man. You know, but Ness, man, why don't Shakur just fight Top Rank's Punchy Bag favorite journeyman from 135 to 140, goddamn Jermaine Ortiz, man? You know, Ortiz said he would come down for a Shakur fight, man. Why don't they just use him?
I mean, it's the same thing. He coming off a loss too, though.
But he'll be more respected by the people.
And he a free agent. I think he a free agent. Remember, there was rumors that he's gonna sign a Matchroom. I think he just checking his options.
Okay. But Ness, man, did you man, since we talking about like friendships and shit like that, did you talk about the new friendship that came out today, man, between Deontay and Eddie Hearn? You ain't talk about that all today?
Nah, because I couldn't find
You
a
ain't see,
source. Remember?
you ain't see the buddy picture, man, with goddamn them cheek to cheek, man.
I
Damn, they're
mean, a
smiling and
picture
shit like
just a
that.
picture. I'm more worried about
Pic-
was
a,
the
pic-
text true.
a picture means 1,000 words, man. Talking about he's supposed to be with a 3-fight deal, man. I haven't seen him smile and take no picture like that with Al or Louis the Cooper
I
or no
don't know
shit
how
like
you could
that.
sign
He
two,
must be
He could have
happy
been
over
going
there.
off the ayahuasca, James. Be easy.
I don't know how you could sign
Oh,
2-fight
all right.
deal. How could you sign two,
Mm-hmm.
3-fight deals? I thought he already signed a 3-fight deal and only had fought once.
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on over there, but he looking like he happy with her. He about to earn what earn, man. So what do you think about that, man? You like his fight coming up though, that 5-on-5 that he's going to be in it,
Hell yeah, if he
representing
fighting
Matchmaking.
Zhang, you know I was a fan of that fight from the beginning.
Okay, 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 man. That's all I want. That's all I wanted to ask and everything, man. Just wanted to get that out there. But yeah, man. Shout out to y'all as always, man. And Maldonado, man, keep doing your thing. Keep reappearing. You're a good new addition, man. And shout out to Kenichi Bear
No
because you
doubt,
sound
man.
good on the mic.
No doubt.
Definitely.
No doubt.
I'll holler at y'all
Benitez,
in the next one.
and you know I had to add a different flavor to the show because you know Nuss is that's the Haney guys, man. First time you got a TO guy on the panel besides me and Punch. That's it. That's us.
Khaled. Khaled. James with the $2 super chat says the UK is the mecca of heavyweight boxing.
I agree.
Octo
Ness,
2.
what up?
Okay, you there? What up, champ?
Hey yo, man, how you doing? You good?
Yeah, man, can't complain. And yourself?
I'm good, bro.
Good to hear.
I mean, David, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Man, this Shakur thing, like I would want to see him do. Well, I don't want to see either of them, but if like these are the options, we're gonna do the Artem because I want to see that because I think that's just a better overall fight. I think he fought Frank very well, and but the only challenge is like you got to fight him better than Frank did. And then like it's a good test, bro. Like you need to stop one of these guys. Like if you gonna prove that you an entertaining fighter, if you gonna prove that like you can move the needle and like start and get some of these big fights, then you do need to stop somebody or TKO them or show that you're like an entertaining guy that can put on like a good product. So either way, even though I don't want to see him, you have to just stop him. Like there's the pressure to stop him. So I don't mind like a young guy having this type of pressure, you know, at this stage of his career. How you gonna rise? Because you do need to stop or knock out one of these guys. But I do agree that he should have fought De Los Santos, and he don't want to go up to fight the Puerto Rican killer either. So it's unfortunate, but you know, if I'm dealt with this hand, then I want to see him stop Artem because I feel like he'll be the better fighter, bro. But that's my call, man. I appreciate you.
You the man, champ. Appreciate you. Carlos, what up? Octo with a $2 super chat. Ness, will you and Shakur ever be cool again? If he wants, champ. I don't hold grudges, man. God don't
You
like ugly.
shouldn't. Yeah. Hey, Ness, what's going on, man? Good afternoon.
What up?
Hey, I say Arthur to fight Shakur, finish out that contract. I look at it in situation. It's like who's the top dog of that network, not division. If you got Fimo and you got Loma, and then the other side has Haney and Ryan, I think he could just be the Terrence Crawford of that side of the street. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would say fight whoever because they're making fun of your last win, which is crazy. But get that nasty taste out of your mouth and think long term. So fight 3 times a year if you need be. But if Lopez and over there and Lomachenko over there, I'd go for that route. Either way, he's in a win-win situation. You got to be optimistic right now for Shakur. He's still young.
Nah, for sure. Definitely still young. I think he's 26.
Yeah, he got time, man. He got time. And then let those other guys. I don't think no one beats Haney, but that build up's going to be there, and then you could cash out or get the upset or whatever it is. But I say that I think long term right now, if guys are making fun of right now this competition, when the piñata breaks, bro, not everybody gets the fucking bag of Skittles. So just get whatever the fuck you can for now. That's my call.
All right, champ, for sure, for sure.
Yep.
We got King Born.
Hey, yo, you hear me right, Ness? Y'all hear me right?
We hear you.
Hey, listen, man. Yo, peace to David Maldonado, man. It's good to have
Yo, K
a brother
Born,
from New
what's
York
up, man?
on the
You one of my
panel.
favorite
What's good?
callers, bro. Just so you know. My
You
bad.
know you one of us too, man. Hey, yo, it's only one king to another king, man. King, what the fuck going on, man? Where you been hiding at, man? Let's get this shit on, man. Live chat,
Born.
power chat. Listen, man. I'ma keep it real with y'all. Y'all know y'all got mad at me. The whole fucking TVV universe, which Shakur fought that 50 man that everybody thought he was ready, but he was in the same camp and shit when he fought the Marine, Jamel Herring and shit. Y'all hopped on Shakur dick. Yeah, he should have been the guy that he was sparring with and in the same camp with and all his bullshit, right? And he was the boogeyman at 130. Yeah, Shakur's a killer at 130. He moved his ass up 5 pounds. What happened to the mojo? He lost the magic. What the fuck? You fought a Dominican, De Los Santos, that was big as you, stronger than you, fast as you, and got power, and you didn't engage. You didn't engage in combat. Now you want us to believe that Abdullaev, where the fuck his name is, y'all, that he's gonna put you back on. Really? Why don't you run the shit back with with De Los Santos? Why? Now, and everybody on Ryan Garcia, wait, he fish food and shit. He a tamale? What the fuck? You want to fight Ryan Garcia? Why? Why? So now listen, he's fucking up right now. He need to leave the bullshit management. There ain't no real management. He need to come to Puerto Rico, go move out there and get the shit on and get his fan base up with the power rule, Puerto Rico, the Boricuas out there, and then he could get a movement. He got nothing standing on. What are you on? What are you on? Houston? And you from Jersey? Come on, man. He fucking up, y'all. He doing this whole shit all wrong. And let me tell you something, man. If he don't stop Abdullaev, what the fuck his name is, y'all, he gonna look real bad in these boxing streets. All that shit you talking about, Devin Haney, Tank, you gonna look real bad. Why don't listen? You cool with Top Rank? Why don't you get Jermaine Ortiz? Tell Jermaine Ortiz to come down to 135. See you could beat him. You might lose, motherfucker. I don't like these motherfuckers that get on here with the bullshit talking about he's a killer. Now he's killer core. But you fighting a dude out the left that Frank Martin just damn near decapitated. What we doing here, man? Hey, yo, Ness, go manage your man, yo. Go put him back on his feet, man. He on his back right now, legs up in the air. He don't know what the fuck going on, man. He
Champ, that's the bell. We got Damien $2. He says Shakur's 26 and already a 3 division champ. The hate be wild. Bo Rogers. We got Box for Money, $5. Counterpunch, James Benitez. That Puerto Rican is cooking tonight. 3 fuego emojis, 3 American flag emojis. What up?
Salute.
Yo, can you hear me there?
Yup.
Yeah. I think that if I'm a Shakur, the fight with him and I'd rather fight. I would probably fight the dude that fought Frank because he's more fresher on people's mind, and people gonna want to know, what he gonna do because Frank's still whether he win or lose, Frank's still a future opponent for Shakur. So you're gonna want to see, what's the comparison. And I like to see, can Shakur, this dude really tailor made for Shakur really, but he can fight, you know what I'm saying? He gonna be there. He gonna, he's sneaky. He alright fighter. So I don't think nothing wrong with that. If it ain't nothing wrong with the fight, well, the dude that Devin knocked out either. That was so long ago, and the dude have been busting his ass to get back in track. So either fight will be all right, but really Shakur, like it ain't really much down there. So Shakur should probably them good fights. People be shitting on them type of fights because they ain't the big names and stuff. But these the fights that guys, I like to see these fights because I know that dude is tough. He ain't gonna lay down and he gonna really be trying to whoop Shakur. And I want to see can Shakur just do what he's supposed to do to the dude. He ain't really got I believe Shakur the goods. You know what I'm saying? And but he need to get in line because I think if he go ahead and get away from Bob Arum now though, I don't think they want him to. Bob Arum now don't want him to become a pay-per-view star, so they giving him them type of fight. He should have got Navarrete. He should have got Lomachenko. Definitely came over there and got all that. And he done gone over here to get stuff, and I'm still. You want me to sign? It's a good chance Frank gonna make more money in his next fight than Shakur. So if I'm Shakur, I'll be feeling a little. I mean, he getting ready to fight Tank, right? And let's just say they do a big pay-per-view. On the back end, he might make more than $3 million. That fight, we really don't know how
How much they
on the
giving
back
Frank?
end, like,
How much they giving
right?
Frank on the back end per pay-per-view?
That I don't know.
Cause you talking about $3
but I'm pretty
million.
sure they gonna look out. I don't think $3 million a whole lot if you do $1 million
They gave the
pay-per-view.
TV rights to Finland.
You don't think they're gonna do that?
I don't know.
You don't think they're gonna do that
Now
much?
you saying they doing 1 million
See,
pay-per-view buys?
Yeah, because I think that card. Hold, let me ask you one thing: Is Morrell and David
I
been
never heard that rumor, man.
David Morrell and Andre?
Never heard that rumor.
If that's the hell. Hey, if that card right there tough. That's tough. That's tough right there. I like that card. If they do that, that got to.
That's the
People don't
bell,
support that.
bro.
It's just straight.
The thing is that dude Andre is in 2 separate fight rumors. James, what up?
Yo, before you go to James, man, let me cut up out of here.
You the man,
King, I mean, the
man.
bestest one on IG. King, I mean, the bestest one on Twitter. My bad, James.
I'll let you. Nah, you
All right,
good.
brother.
You good, champ. You good, champ. Peace. Yo, hey Ness, man, this shit crazy, man. Like, I could be a better matchmaker for Shakur than what Top Rank's doing right now, man. Even presenting those two names, like, it's easy work. You can goddamn get Giovanni Cabrera, which I know you and David Maldonado probably agree that's a much better fight. Or you can get Miguel, the dude
Giovanni
that
got to
just beat
fight this weekend, player. He fight Friday.
But my nigga, you could bring him back in June. You can bring him back in June though.
Damn.
I mean,
Talk
shit.
about
Or you could bring,
turnaround.
or you could bring that boy Miguel that upset Justin Pongo on the Pro Box car. You could bring him out. Both of those are two better names and shit like that, coming off wins. And I mean, Miguel, I mean, he'll be a tough fighter that'll actually force incitement. That's what I personally believe. But this shit bad work. It's highly unlikely that this will ever happen, man. But you can fight Keyshawn's nemesis, man, and Andy Cruz. People don't even look at him
You
as
said
big
Giovanni
prospects.
Cabrera. That's the one that fought Pitbull.
Yeah.
Oh hell no, that'd be a boring fight. That guy was trash against Pitbull. He damn near ran all over that ring. Nobody want to see him fight Shakur. I'd rather Abdullaev.
He was beating Pitbull.
No, he didn't. That guy was getting his head knocked all over that ring, bro.
Man, you terrible,
Man.
man. This
man,
guy went to the Harold Letterman. He went to the Harold Letterman school of scoring. This guy.
That dude did not beat Pitbull Cruz, bro. He was running around the ring, bro. He was not
I
landing
see how
punches.
you score fights, though. If you talking
No, when
like
you
that,
outbox somebody, that's outboxing somebody's what Floyd did, what Pernell Whittaker did,
everybody
what
ain't
Devin
fucking
does.
Floyd.
That's outboxing somebody. What Giovanni did was run and get punched every time he got close.
Crazy as hell.
He didn't win that fight.
He ain't
That
win
was the
that
same
fight.
thing as Charlo.
He ain't win that fight because he wasn't popular.
No, and I'm not a Pitbull fan. He ain't win that fight, man. That guy.
Man, Pitbull ain't win that fight. Just like he gonna lose that fight this upcoming weekend, the Rolly, man. That's what I believe, and I'm standing on it. But man,
I'm
they
rooting for Rolly.
gotta be better names. Yeah, you should
I'm
go
rooting
for
Rolly,
Rolly,
but
man.
I think
Not
Rolly
only
getting
entertaining,
I think Rolly getting slept.
Damn, you
know
rooting
what?
for him, but you
Not,
think he's getting slapped.
I'm rooting for him. Yeah.
what kind of shit is that?
That's like if you
Don't
fight
root
Mike
for me,
Tyson, I'm
my
gonna root for
dude.
you because I
Don't
know
root for
you.
me like that. Fuck.
I'm rooting for
Yo,
I would
all
like
right,
Rolly to win. Rolly's good for boxing, but my brain tells me that Pitbull going highlight reel him. Rolly don't got no inside
Well,
work, and he's not a slick
let,
boxer. Pitbull going once he cut the distance, it's over with.
hey, well, let me ask y'all this. Hey, is Barbosa actually is he going to be rumored to fight Matias anytime soon? Then his name get thrown up, or is it going to be officially Leo Amparo? Because I
Barboza.
think since you're talking about Barbosa, because since you're talking about highlight reels, man, I think
Barboza
get a
on the.
highlight reel knockout.
You must be
What's
saying the
up on
wrong
what?
name, man. Barboza on the Haney card.
Barossa.
Oh, nah, we
Barossa, I
ain't
meant
heard
to say.
nothing about him. He on Chile.
Oh, okay.
No,
That's
nobody
what I
want to see
meant
that
to
old
say,
man
man.
get
Yeah,
killed, man.
he
I
crazy as
champ.
fuck, man. He got power with both hands. I'll let y'all. Peace.
He does, but I don't want to see him fight.
Troll Beta with the $50 sweet, and he says, "Tell your boys at ProBox to rehire George Jakovich. He had a great dynamic with Paulie and Chris. Why'd they fire him? I don't know, man. I don't know those juicy details. Mad Bet, $2. Nightly dose. Summer belongs to Tank. We got Rich with the counter.
Oh shit, you got me back up on here. Y'all can hear
Yeah.
me?
Yep.
Hey, yo, man.
You breaking up, Rich? You.
You can't hear me?
Now we can.
Yo, hello. Okay, yeah, no, that Cabrera dude, he looked like shit against Pitbull. I do not want to see him fighting Shakur. I, I don't want to see him on Shakur's undercard. But I'm gonna keep it a band. That dude, I don't
You breaking up again, champ. You going through a
know
bad
about dude.
service
Nah,
area.
the problem is Zaur
I
Abdullaev, that
agree
nigga
with him.
been
I heard what he
ranked
said.
real
I
high.
agree with him for sure.
Here. Wait. Is it still bad?
Nah, we hear you now.
It's still bad. Nah, yeah, like the Cabrera dude is ass, and I don't think the top ranked matchmaking is bad unless for some reason they not trying to give him up Murataya, which would kind of be chicken shit on the behalf of Bob Arum type shit. But other than that, I mean the Abdullaev nigga.
Ho. Why would you give up your undefeated Mexican prospect contender to a dude that said he's leaving?
Oh no! But didn't he just re-sign 5 fights,
Hell no. He
or is
turned that
that
offer down.
Oh, well then shit. Well, yeah, if Shakur finna leave top rank, then he needs to just fuck around and don't fight nobody coming off a loss. Don't do that. That'd be fucking dumb. You're already not finna fight a former champ. You at least gotta fight somebody coming off some wins, bro. Like I'm telling you, that coming off a loss shit, fighting somebody coming off a too long layoff, it's a bad look, bro. He cannot.
His
Rich.
audio's bad.
Yeah, nah, he's in a bad area.
Shit.
Rich, you broke up
I'm over here in
again.
these motherfucking mountains, bro. Y'all still can't hear me now?
Nah, we hear you
I can hear
again.
you now. Yeah, you good.
Okay, my bad. I'm in these mountains and shit. But what's the name? Him and Boots Ennis both need to go fight for Matchroom and Eddie Hearn, bro. Because Eddie is going to at least have these niggas real active, especially Boots. Boots needs it, bro. They need to get like real active. If they not motherfuckers with names not really trying to fight them for the most part, especially Boots. So he needs to at least get real active, bro. And the PBC, they don't got nobody active except for who? Tank Davis, Canelo finna fight, but Canelo is his own man type shit. So it's like, I think Boots need to get the fuck away from here. I know this off topic, but Shakur, they all need to just go sign to Eddie because I like what Eddie is doing in terms of how he promoting and shit and how often he got motherfuckers fighting. But that's it, man. Y'all cook.
Appreciate you, champ. Al in the Bay. Al in the Bay. We got James Benitez. Counterpunch to whoever you choose. And shout out to the community with the $20 super chat. Drop that bomb for the dub. Al in the Bay.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
What up?
Yeah, man. I think Shakur, man, he's kicking himself for not taking that title shot, with Haney. It seemed like he thought, was grass was green on the other side. He realized it was just done but dirt. And now, he ain't fighting the competition that he thought he was gonna be able to fight. People turning him down, they don't want to fight him or everything like that. So it's kind of like in a situation, it's like he got to take what he can get now because it's like people ain't gonna want to fight him because he's not. They call him a born fighter, but it's like he just try to play defense. But his last fight, he did run. So his next fight, he gonna have to stand in the paint, and throw bows, to get a high level fighter to want to fight him. It's just like it's just at that time, So whoever he goes with now, he already know like he got to make it more exciting, but still stay defensive. So that's what I'm looking at. That's my call.
All
See,
right.
that's that's what I mean with the short term memory thing. Because Shakur Stevenson, to me, he's not a boring fighter at all. It's just the taste that he left in people's mouths with that last performance. Because Shakur was running through everybody up to that point, with the exception of the Nakatilia fight. He looked at tremendous against
Yeah, but
Valdez,
but
Earring.
Nakatilia and Joette. In Joette, he didn't do it as much, but when he faced the three punches in his career, he fought differently. With Valdez, he had no fear, and I think it's because he could see Valdez's punches coming from so far away. Because Valdez is such a loopy puncher.
He's not fast twitching either, Valdez.
Timboski, what up?
Yo.
You.
Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ringwald, Ness, Low, King Amina, Essex. You get me? What's good, man? We're cooking on this Shakur picking the €2 guys, man, that I'm advocating for. It's not really what we really want to see in the division, but it's better than what most people really want to expect because obviously I'm not sure if they're familiar with someone like Zaur Abdullaev. Zaur Abdullaev has been active for me, started at 140. He's a kind of a bigger guy for Shakur. He had a good amateur career, good Russian amateur career, came from that Russian amateur pedigree. Yeah, from the Russian youths to the Russian national juniors. He had a decent fight with Gutierrez, Adareem. He had who else? Leonard. Knocked him out, in fact. So yeah, man, it'll be kind of decent to see what Shakur Kid Stevenson can do with someone like him. It's decent. It's not too bad. He's originally a 140 pounder. So it'll be nice to see if he can go in there with someone that has decent, respectable power. Like you said, the three punches that he's fought, his style has changed. Even though, like you said, he's got cat-like reflexes. He keeps nice on his toes most of the time. Don't like the way he does stand in a straight line going back against these punches. And then you got Artem having I'm not this one here. We're just gonna call him Artem for now. But like I said, he's even decent. He fights over here. You get me in Germany. When I say over here in Europe, you watch him on Euro TV. You get me. I liked his 2 wins against Samuel Molina and Humberto Gilindo. You get me, and he could put up a competitive bout against Frank Martin. So it'll be interesting if he could pack away those €2 guys. There are some multiple other guys I like to see him fight. Does he want the smoke with Schofield? Does he want the smoke with William Zepeda? Does he want these fights? Does he want to become more historical in the sport? We'll have to see. So, where is he going to go? Is he going to go back to top rank? Is he going to go to PBC? Where do you think the best location for his well-being is, because I think he should just go back to Top Rank, try and sort out some bits and pieces over there, and give us the facts that we need. I would like to see that Williams Zepeda fight, Oscar De La Hoya, or was it Bob Arum said it's a phone call away? We should have got that phone call we should have got that phone call already. You understand what I'm saying to you? So it's going to be interesting to see what Shakur does. He's a very interesting fighter. He gave us a blip in his last one, but like I said, he said, he was injured. So we're going to have to see what he does with these guys. Stop writing off these Euro guys, man. They're still competitive. I like Abdullaev. He's been active for me. He's been very active. I want to see Shakur Stevenson in there with IE, a Tank Davis. IE, I want to see him run it back with Edwin De Los Santos. And forget this friendship shit, man. We want to see who the best is. So if Keyshawn Davis is ranked number 3, ranked number 2 in the division, they need to fucking fight. And if the money's right, then we'll get the fight. You hear me? If the money's right, we'll always get the fight. And yeah, what do you guys think about this landscape of 135?
The landscape is good, man. I don't like the opponents that's lined up for Shakur, but I guess I would say Abdullaev is the better opponent based on the fact that he's beating better competition than the other fighters. So it is what it is. You got to take what it is, man. You know, he's leaving. You can't expect him to fight the biggest name there when he's leaving. He's not signed for any more fights or Top Rank. They're not going to give him the best guys, the biggest names.
Yeah, man. Tired of telling people that, man. They ain't gonna spend the bread on you, bruh.
Yo, Ness, it's like wrestling, right? For instance, let's say John Cena. I know you don't watch wrestling, but you had Mario there, and I mean, they was talking wrestling. Let's say John Cena's contract is up, and he's gonna have a match against The Rock on pay-per-view. You know, it's booked. WWF is booked. They're not gonna let John Cena walk away and win the belts and go over to WCW, whatever. So with boxing, they're not gonna let Shakur fight Teofimo or Lomachenko when he could possibly win those fights and then take the belts over and do what Devin did, you know. And they wasn't even gonna try to let Devin do that. That's why they threw the Loma fight at the end, but Devin won the fight and took the belts.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Bernard Hopkins did also at when he was with Don King momentarily. That was a stupid move for Don King to let Trinidad his cash cow go to 160 and get into that middleweight tournament where he could have just kept Trinidad at 154. He could have rematched Oscar. He could have fought Corte. He could have fought Sugar Shane. And then Hopkins took the belts and Hopkins left Don King after he won that undisputed tournament. Sometimes promoters don't make good choices neither.
For sure. Listen, that's the last caller, man. We gonna wrap up. Actually, we got a counterpunch from James for King Born since he sent some free counterpunches. King Born, what up?
Yo, y'all hear me, right? Hey, listen, man. This for everybody on your panel, Ness. You know, Puerto Rican King David Maldonado and King Amin, man, in the Power Chat live chat. This Maldonado. Yo, this wild this shit getting out of hand, man, because let's be real, right? If y'all thinking that, okay, he fighting Zhao Zhang, right? You mean to tell me that if Zhang come down to 270, stop eating them rice bowls, you know what I'm saying, beef and broccoli, and really just train with Zhang's skills, he can't beat Wilder? Or Wilder gonna have the right hand? We know that Wilder gonna be you know what I'm saying, like fighting on the back foot, because Zhang is coming forward. And we know that Zhang, y'all can say what y'all want, that Joe Parker shit, he even hit him full blast and dropped him. So everybody's saying that Wilder gonna knock Zhang out. I don't see it, man. I think if Zhang come down to 270, get a little lighter, he gonna give Wilder some problems. Shit, Joe Parker gave Wilder problems. You don't think Zhang can? Now the thing with Wilder is, you really think he fighting AJ? You think, one thing we know about Wilder ain't good under pressure, y'all. You know that, and I know that. When he got a pressure fighter coming to him, it might be Luis Ortiz 1. Yeah, Wilder knocked him out. You know, Wilder got the right hand. That's of all time, damn near. But I think Zhang could catch him in some shit. Fuck that. Remember, man, Zhang knocked out you know what I'm saying? The juggernaut, Joe Joyce and shit. And Joe Joyce is bigger than Wilder.
So Wilder gonna come in there at 214, 215, and think he gonna let that right hand go, and you got a cat like Zhao Zhang that was Olympian, that's very skilled and got a high boxing IQ. This shit gonna be ugly for Wilder, y'all. Yo, Ness, I know you gotta go. Yo, Dave, I know you gotta go. King, yo, I love everybody. I'm out, y'all. Go ahead, man. Go get some rest. I know Ness
real
gonna get
quick,
it on in the morning.
real quick, K-Born. I know you're picking your boy Spider Crab this Saturday, right?
Of course. Of course.
All right, just want to make sure your
Now,
energy's still there. All right.
no. That's still that's my son. But listen, David, you gotta look at it like this, right? Everybody talking this Tim Zoo shit. Terrell Garshay put Tim Zoo on his ass. Now, Tim Zoo, he been looking better and better. But let me ask you something, right? You think Tim Zoo, if can go against a guy that's going to brawl with him, but all my son needs, all Fedora needs, y'all, is a jab. If he could just work a jab and keep Tim Zoo fucked up in the head, befuddled, puzzled, the shit is on. He gonna beat him. Cause Tim Zoo
I
can't
think
get
this could be
around
fight
no
of the
jab.
year,
We
bro.
saw
This
that.
fight could be fight of the year, bro. Because Tim Zoo, from what I see, is a come forward fighter. Very good at that too. He knows how to cut the ring off. And Spider Crab,
Right.
he puts like that Antonio
He's coming
Margarito type
forward.
of. He's a tall man, pressure fighter.
Yeah,
He can fight tall.
yeah.
He comes forward, throws a
He's a
lot of
younger
punches.
Antonio Margarito.
Yeah,
Exactly.
similar. He knows the
Exactly.
tall man pressure. People writing him off because he got knocked out.
Yo,
I think
Dave,
this is a very good fight.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. You can't run. You gotta be back on here when we get better beef versus Benavidez, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put the chic shit on, all that turkey chic shit on, turkey chic clothes, all that. You gotta get it on, man, because that fight gonna be the fight of the year. Telling you right now, they make that fight, that shit gonna be crazy. Cause I told everybody on the back call, and you gotta come to back call too and fuck with us, Dave. It just like King, just like Ness be on the back call with us sometimes. But think like this, right? Better be never fought a cat that's coming.
Champ, I got to get to a couple of these people here. We got a bunch of callers here. Moose, what up? Moose. Davidian, what up? Hello. Tim, what up?
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Nestle, man. I appreciate that. Counter from Benitez, a real boxing fan, you know what I'm saying to you, man. Salute. Ooh, 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 ooh. I got another one for you here, man. So Shakur Stevenson, man. It's interesting to see the landscape of 135. Low is talking about the names are not really there, what he wants. You know what I'm saying to you? There's a couple of vacant belts there that are going up for grabs or they're going to fight for it. You got Baranchek, Navarrete. You got, if I'm not mistaken, you got Kambosos, Loma. I think he really wanted that Loma fight. We'll see what's going to happen there. I think he's got a bit of domination still to do at the 135 division. But because this 140 here, whew, that's the water. You got all the sharks swimming around the water cooler. The water cooler is cooling right now up that 140 division. You got monsters up there. When I say monsters, I'm talking about monsters for Shakur. Because if he thinks they're punching at 131 and 135, you better know what's happening up there. You got monsters up there. Arnold Barbosa looking sharp. You see him on the pads looking decent. Jose Ramirez is there. He looks like free lunch. I want to see what Prograde is going to come do up there. You see my boy Dalton Smith. You saw that body shot he done to Zepeda. You know what I'm saying? You still got Cataro and Taylor sorting out their business. What happened to Puello? What's going on with Puello? I want to see Puello back in the ring. Kenneth Sims Jr. is hunting around looking for a new home. You know what I'm saying to you? But also, that guy that looks like he's ripping out engines out of cars with his bare hands. He's punching bricks in his hands. You know what I'm saying? You got the smart boxers up there. Richardson Hitchens, Sandor Martin. that's lions, shark infested waters up there. So 135, I think is good. It's doing up some sweeping and cleaning to do down there, man. So it'll be interesting, very interesting to see. I wanted to take on Zaur Abdullaev. That's the more common opponent, you know what I'm saying to you. If Zaur Abdullaev can be competitive and show Shakur Stevenson some different looks, he's coming from the Russian background with the elite. Well, when I say elite, decent, good enough footwork, intelligent feet. Let me not say elite feet, intelligent feet, enough to try and stir Shakur Stevenson in different directions. I want to see what he's going to do with someone like Zaur Abdullaev. I'm not expecting him to, stop him. If you don't knock him out and this, he has to put on a wonderful performance, entertaining performance if he wants to be fan friendly. But I think his name can be made at 140. That's where he can make his name and make his date and his legacy in the sport of boxing. So thank you, Ness. Low, the community. Don't let your past haunt you, and make sure you have a great night. Thank you.
Yo, Ness, I'm about to go on my break right now.
do your
Salute,
thing.
man. God willing, I'll probably jump on with you tomorrow, 7 o'clock if you're doing the show.
For sure.
Say less. Stay up.
All right.
Salute.
I got
Yo, y'all can find me on Low No.
Shit. I got Damian Clark. He says, if you thought Cruz won, can't ever be a judge. Yeah, and I hope he's talking about Cruz versus Giovanni Cabrera. We got Damien back with another two. He says, free the betting show. Shit, doing a bid. I got it scheduled for this week again. Let's see, can we get it done? This is big fight weekend. We got to get it done. We got James Benitez, $2 more. He said Charles Conwell returns on April 20th. Yeah, but probably versus nobody, bro. They still ain't even announced Barboza's opponent, bro. I mean, they wildin'. Golden Boy and DAZN wildin'. Like, Golden Boy more than DAZN, right? Because they just announced Jose Ramirez versus Francis Bartholomew. Then they announced Virgil versus
Right.
fucking Virgil versus fucking
Delorme.
Delorme. And
Right.
you could only imagine who they're gonna fucking give you versus Conwell, bro. It's yeah, man. Like I said, they still haven't even mentioned Barboza and his opponent. So I don't know, man. They don't rebuild. They did sign a bunch of people, so good for them. Let's see what they get done, though.
Yo, Ness, what's up, man?
You.
Can you hear me, Ness? My bad.
Yep.
Yeah, appreciate you. Shout out to you, man. Put in that work. I was trying to get on before Maldonado left, man. I really appreciate you having him on. I like his boxing knowledge. So Ness, is Shakur? I would pick the Devin opponent. Um, as far as him, so Ness, let me ask you this: just based on the fact that he's shopping for other deals, do you think that's a direct message to Top Rank that he's definitely leaving?
Of course. I mean, he announced free agency and he turned down that 5-fight deal.
So can we just pretty much say it's a wrap for Top Rank and him coming back? Because I guess that's what you're saying. Oh man, I hate to see him. Listen, I understand him leaving Top Rank. I want him to stay because I like the way Top Rank does things. But I don't know if you remember Ness a long time ago when you was talking about how bitter he could be towards Top Rank because Devin got everything that he wanted. He wanted that Lomachenko fight. Devin kind of swooped in on some independent deals and kind of became the star. So I can understand him wanting to leave. I want him to stay there because I kind of want him to take the Devin opponent, and I kind of want him to rub it in Top Rank face a little bit that, y'all went with Devin, you know. So I don't know, man. I kind of got mixed feelings. I definitely think Matchroom, if he's not going to go back to Top Rank, Matchroom, just like I always come on here and say that for Boots. But I don't know, Ness. I just still think that him not taking that 25%, brother, for that 35 fight, and I actually think he could beat Devin because I don't think Devin I think the weight was bothering him at 35. I just think that not taking that deal, Ness, I think that was, I don't want to say it's fatal for his career, but I just think that's a major setback. I think that was one of the sweetest deals he could have gotten. And so I just think that on top of a subpar performance against De Los Santos, I don't know, Ness. I think he's in a bad spot. I just think, and it's so bad because I love the kid. He's one of my favorite fighters, but I've always said just because he's one of my favorite fighters, I have not liked his energy. And I felt like he should have been quiet and just keep moving on. But I'm telling you, Ness, you called it. I still think this is a direct result of not taking that 25% undisputed deal. I just think he's in no man's land. Maybe going to that 140 route, but his energy towards punchers is just not. It's not what it needs to be. I'm not even sure if he'll fight a De Los Santos, but I just think Ness, and you called it a long time ago, and I agree because he's one of my favorite fighters. I just think not taking that 25% for undisputed at 135 was a fatal mistake. But anyway, I appreciate you, Ness. I appreciate the work you put in. I appreciate you bringing all the people in like Maldonado. I love DeMarco in the morning with Danny and Troy and all those guys. So keep putting in the work, brother.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Shout out to Kermel. Got the spar Rocky Hernandez. We actually, if you would have listened to our Kermel and Molten interview that Danny did with him, you would have known he was going to spar him that day. But that is everybody. Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. I'm back at you tomorrow morning. Goku, late. What up? Goku.
Yo, yo, yo. Damn, I don't know why.
We
Damn,
hear
I,
you.
I thought somebody was talking, and then y'all just added me randomly.
Are you available?
My fault. Yeah, I'm available. My thing is with Shakur, right? He still has a lot of options, but I feel like people are putting mass pressure on him just because like he had a bad performance, and right now he's in a situation where on his last fight on his deal, they're gonna give him some, a random, well, not a random, but like not a really popular opponent. And you gotta look at it this right, like how many unpopular opponents that Crawford have to fight or not as good fight to get to the point where he at now with Spence, because he was at a breaking point where he got undisputed from 140, then moved to 147, and nobody really liked him, right? So isn't it kind of same for Shakur? It's just a setback. I mean, he still has a lot of options,
For
right?
sure.
You got Schofield, you got William Zepeda, and overall he's still a champion WBC, so he's gonna be fighting a lot of mandatories. And I feel like the more fights he gets, no matter who it is, the more it's gonna add to his record, and the more he's gonna be undefeated, right? I mean, Crawford developed those KOs, beating up guys like Kell Brook, Amir Khan, and so on and so forth, right? And eventually got to Porter, and then he got to Spence. Now he's on an 11 KO win streak, right? And that's going from 140 up to 147, now 154. So I feel like Shakur should look at this as a negative point of view, but just like, okay, I need to reset the table and, focus more on myself and just, build up his resume more. Because eventually they're going to have to come to him. Crawford, he had the last belt and Spence had to go through him. So that's how I view it as. Am I wrong? Am I right, Neff?
Nah, I mean, you can look at it that way, but, you expected him to be patient.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't feel like, it's not good, too, that he's not fighting really a lot of these popular guys. But eventually they're going to have to go through him regardless or not, if they want to. I mean, if Javante wants that undisputed or Cambosos or Navarrete if he does win, not Cambosos, Lomachenko, whatever, right? All those three guys. He's the last guy standing there. So as of you now, because no one wants to fight him. So just keep fighting up these random mandatories that nobody knows. Boom, boom, boom. Billy Rest knock him out. That's it. Just patience is the key. It's this pressure and stuff. It's gonna happen. It's boxing. it's it's people gonna criticize. That's every day in the sport, right?
Yeah, for sure. They
He's
certainly
he's
are,
got
man. The quicker you get back out there, the quicker you giving them something else to
yeah.
talk
He's
about.
he's he's got to dig it up. He's got to
Yeah.
dig himself out the mud.
Champ,
He's his
that's the
only. This is
bell. I got a counterpunch from Damien. It says, shit might need commissary to put on the betting show books. Cause he said it's doing a bid. We gonna get it back. We certainly gonna do it this week. Rain, sleet, or snow, even if we gotta cut the morning show so that we can, give the betting show its right, the proper time because it is a big fight weekend. A lot of fights on the docket. But catch me in the morning, 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern. Peace. Oh, wait. I'm glad I didn't press that end just yet. RRT Boxing with Mr. A. Shout out for the $10 super chat. He says, I predicted Artem a few weeks back in a super chat. Let go Super Shakur, putting that work in. Show them show them how you about to do it. And I don't know why he put a peach emoji, my friend, but he put peach face, I guess, peach emoji face, hashtag Hardin, 3 faces of guys in Hardin smoke. Speaking of Hardin smoke, shout out to Hardin, about to get my Hardin in. To the next one, tomorrow. Peace.